This is pre Arwen being 12 guys. Now she only needs 6, right?
Yeah.
So take that into account as well.
Do not search that on the internet.
I think you can
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gollum's Gamers podcast. So today we are going to be doing another tier list episode. This time around, we're going to be doing one for the casters. So all of the casters that are in the game, we're going to be ranking them not only based on their casting ability, but sort of how competitive the model is within their faction. So as an overall caster, what's everything that goes into making them, you know, the profile that they are, that sort of thing. So we're going to be doing good and evil today. And there's a lot of them. We've tried to group them up, so sort of we'll be talking about fairly similar things at the same time. And we don't even have a category for our bottom category, so okay, that's a bit of an L.
Ooh.
But anyway, so
should we make it James Goble for going 0-4 at 90?
Goble.
You're just mad that you were it last time.
That is great.
Put Goebbels. Put Goebbels.
How am I
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Put Goebbels.
That's definitely not
Please,
a wise
please
move
don't
on the
do that.
channel.
Leaving it as Goble. Let's keep it PG. So for the audio listener, if you haven't listened to one of our tier list episodes before, so if you are the best caster in the game, you want to be in the lemon category. That's the best tier that there can be. Moving down from that, we have silly, nervous, dog, and then for this week we have Goble. We've been doing a lot of tier lists lately, and I have been enjoying it. They've been some good episodes, I think. So we're going to get underway.
Say it with some conviction next time, Elliot. Bloody hell.
I'll try.
Come on.
Starting off, we are going to go with Gildor
Inglorion.
Not someone who you think is a caster.
Dog.
No, he's better than Dog. Come on, he's got March.
Yeah, man.
So he's got Transfix, he's got March, and he moves 8.
Moves 8 and can make other wood elves move 8.
He's a Chad. No, not ironically.
Non-ironic.
Coincidentally, Vinny and I were talking about me taking a Pajama Haldir and Gildor list.
How many pajama elves can you get?
Pretty nervous.
You can get a lot.
Any.
The thing is, you need Galadriel to protect the pajamas.
them.
No, it's not meant to be competitive.
Project your Noldor exiles.
But if it's not competitive, then you just come up against any shooting, and all the elves just start to melt apart.
They are expensive, so that would suck.
I think we sling, as we've got 42 goddamn casters, let's sling Gildor in nervous and move on to the next one ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to be
I think he's Dog.
That will be fun.
No, he's definitely not nervous. He's Dog.
Is he
What's
dog?
Dog?
He's nervous.
When was the last time you played against Gildor in a competitive list? Like
I played against a man called Shane. Shout out, Mr. Shane.
I was going to say that.
Totally beat me with it.
But he totally cheated agaest me, so.
Was that because of Gildor?
That was Liam's fault.
Did he win?
Because of Gildor.
It was probably not because of Gildor, and probably because of the next
He
one.
did actually. He won that. He won that game because of Gildor. So.
Right.
Let's take a vote.
Model,
Me and James
nervous.
clearly vote bottom and nervous.
Proper dog.
Dog, yeah.
Oh.
Elliot, it's up to you.
I'm going dog.
He's only got one might as well.
He's in dog then.
Dog. Okay. Moving on. Lots of these are grouped, so like we won't have to spend too much time talking about some of them. So yeah.
Yeah, you say that.
We
The viewers,
have Círdan.
knuckle
Some of them will
down
cause
for
obviously more
4-hour
controversy.
podcast.
Yeah, this is going to be 4 hours.
Some of them will cause more controversy than others. So Círdan, where is he going?
Lemon.
Lemon.
Yeah,
100% lemon.
Next.
We can't.
Yeah, next.
He's genuinely so good. He's probably the best support hero in the
Support
game
caster.
for
Yeah.
80 points.
He might be more OP than Círdan. Might be.
No. No.
No, really?
It's still cancelled.
Yeah,
I
no,
actually-
that's wrong, mate. Wrong, buddy.
I can actually see where Vince is coming from, though. For 80 points, he does so much.
He can
He
actually
was
be
a
countered,
6-inch
though.
banner as well.
That would be so horny.
He
So
can
he
be
makes
countered
your
with South Wales.
makes your army fearless. He makes your army cause fear and blinding light and enchanted blades. Like
And he's resistant to magic.
He's got
He
all
does
the best
everything
spells.
you need apart from a
Pretty
command.
swell guy.
Genuinely, if you think of him
Right.
as, and you also got to take into account how cheap he is.
80 points is
So
crazy.
cheap.
Is he the same points as Gildor?
He is the same point
Yes.
as Gildor.
The fact that he uses
Oh,
the hero
no.
fortitude is actually quite insane.
Yeah, but Adam, he's unarmed. Come on, he's not doing any
Yeah.
killing.
Fair. And he's only defense
Does cost
4.
terror,
I know, Gildor's defense 4 as well.
He also gets a free point of will every turn.
Yeah.
I think he's the cheapest hero to get that
Towards his
special
terror.
ability.
Yeah.
Like
Well.
he'd still be reasonable, like without 3-point of will. Like,
Yeah. And the fact that you can just like enchanted blades.
He
say-
definitely wouldn't be reasonable without
He
the free
definitely
Yeah, I
point.
was gonna
You'd
say.
never cast
Right,
him
okay,
with
he
dismay.
would be. He wouldn't be like. Okay, I don't think he'd be like terrible though.
You're taking a guy that can take 6 models with 1 might. You need blind and light, yeah, but you probably a lot of time you channel that if you're doing whatever.
The
And
fact that you could
Yeah,
still
and you
give
need a
them
point
terror.
of will to
Basic.
keep all of the spells up. So.
yeah, that's
No,
Right,
but all
fine.
you
That
need
will,
is those
yeah.
3
I'm
spells.
not necessarily.
No, Vinny's got a point.
If,
Because
if
if
he
you set
didn't
up,
have the 3-point of will,
yeah,
yeah.
if you set up those 3 spells, you're good.
If he didn't have a 3-point of will,
And
he'd
hey,
still be fine.
if you had 6 will,
But the
and
fact
no
he has a
3-point.
3-point of will,
be
But, like,
fine.
you
Yeah,
might not
I
need
think he
blinding
definitely
light.
need more than 4 if he didn't get a
Okay.
free one.
Let's
Yeah,
say
he'd
had
need
5,
6.
like Brawl Gear. Let's say he had 5 like Brawl Gear. Like you might not need blinding light in a particular matchup. You might be starting on the 24, like capture control or something, and you just need Aura Dismay up like as soon as possible. If he's still bringing that to the list, like that's still really good.
rather get
he
set.
is fantastic. He's undoubtedly a lemon model.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. We have Arwen, who has 1 spell.
Oh, she's got to be dog. I don't think she's
Yeah.
Gerbil.
Wrath of
Dog.
Brunin on a 4+ with 4 points of will.
She is very niche because she only really works in a list with Linda and Elrond. But that list can do
In-
something.
In that list, though,
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
actually okay.
didn't Kylie win Ardacon with Arwen?
Yeah.
No, Jay did, didn't he?
No.
But
Jay-
Sorry.
Jay
If
played
Jay
the last
lost to
game.
Kylie.
Jay lost to Kylie, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Jay? Yeah, Jay won Ardacon with it.
I think in that specific list, the fact that we know she can be competitive means she's not in the go ball category.
I
But
think she's nervous, like bottom of
Uh,
nervous.
I
I
actually
think
think
she's
she's
above
worse than
Gildor as well.
Gildor.
I don't know. You
I'll
can
give
give her
her a
what, a
dog.
12-inch move horse. It's pretty nervous.
That is pretty nervous.
I think the fact she has Wrath of Brunin,
It's
which is a very good spell, and
But she's
she's
got
only
1 attack. She's only
D3.
D 3 or 4.
D3. 5/6 though, which is pretty lit.
5/6.
So at worst, she's still better than Gildor.
2 attacks on the charge at 5/6.
Yeah, no,
Better than Gildor. Yeah.
You have
They
to
have the
win
same
that one.
stats actually. They're both 1 for
Bottom of
1.
nervous.
I'm nervous, yeah.
Bottom of nervous. I think so. That's not too bad for Arwen actually. It's pretty typical.
She's going to be right down the bottom of nervous. Though.
Yeah.
she's not great.
But she's made it up into nervous. I think that's quite.
I think unjustly, but we'll allow it.
It looks like we're in agreement on bottom of nervous. Moving on, we have Elrond. My
Bottom
favorite
Arwen.
model in the game. If you've seen our top 5 favorite hero,
I think his ability to lead Rivendell Knights makes him better, but obviously that's not anything to do with his casting.
Caster's
potential.
tier list actually, yeah. But it's
I
part
know,
of the puzzle.
But that's his best. That's his best aspect of his profile.
I'm not sure it's his
I think it's above Arwen.
best. I don't think it's his best at all. It's good.
I think he's a fair way above Arwen.
Yeah, he's not silly nervous though.
His
Yeah,
casting
Elrond's
ability
nervous.
is just better with Lindir and Arwen, like together. Like they just
But the fact that he's already
It's true.
220, 30 points, the fact you need Arwen and
completely
Lindir.
Totally 190. What?
yeah.
230 points. You're tripping.
When was the last
Sorry.
time you saw Elrond, mate?
Never, because he's so terrible that you never see him.
He's totally not that bad.
He's totally pretty good.
He's a good.
But-
As a leader, he's so
Yeah.
Got the
solid.
foresight points, re-rolling fate, like
Foresight points are nice, and had a fang.
right defense.
It's pretty different.
He's got a
Yeah,
lot going
especially with
for
so
him.
many Witch Kings.
I think you put him above Arwen and then see what happens
I
later
think
on.
it'll be like somewhere
I
around.
think he's
top
closer
10,
to the
probably.
top of Nervous.
We haven't even talked
Yeah.
about anything to do with his actual casting though. About like the Wrath.
Yeah,
of
he's got what? Renew and Wrath.
We knew enough to throw it in.
He's only got 3 will though, unless you pair him with Lindir to get that 3 point
Yeah,
of will
the
a
3
turn.
will does hold him back a lot.
The thing is, you can make his casting, better. Like if we're looking at him paired with Lindir, then casting's pretty good.
Linda, Arwen,
think-
and Elrond are trio. That's just
And like,
how it is.
If you take those 3 together, that like trio becomes silly nervous. But I think it's the fact you have to take all 3 of them to make it really, really good that holds them back a little bit.
aren't we looking at him in his best?
Sam looks so
Position.
stunted.
I don't know if
by
it
those
becomes
words.
silly nervous, but it's
Well, it won
better.
Ardacon, so
It didn't win Ardacon, buddy.
No, it didn't.
the double Elrond Arwen thing won Ardacon, didn't it?
No. It came second. It lost to Kylie last game.
Yeah,
Oh
sorry.
well, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Coming
I totally
second.
thought that
Coming second is still pretty
This
good.
was this was
As
pre.
if, like,
Nah, sorry, Ash, it's rubbish now. Didn't win.
I think
that.
it's
you're.
not as if like, oh, he came second at Ardacon. I mean, he's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was-
you're
it
also
ages
thinking,
ago as
this
well.
is pre Arwen being 12 guys. Now she only needs 6, right?
Yeah.
So take that into account as well.
Do not search that
Yeah.
on the internet.
I think you're looking at 12.
Yeah, it has to be top of nervous, I think, somewhere around there, but we'll see where he moves to potentially.
Yeah,
Okay,
leave
moving
him
on.
now. I think that's
We
fine.
have a controversial addition to this episode. We have Thranduil, because he does cast
Caster in the game.
2 spells which are in the magical power section of the rulebook. So
And on nat 6s. Put him in lemon.
He's got to be lemon. Like, if we're taking into account the entirety of his profile, Thranduil's Hall's list doesn't work without Thranduil.
so does that make him
Also,
very lemon?
also, he casts automatically on a 6, which is the like
Yeah, he doesn't even have to have
undoubtedly the
will to be
best.
able to do it.
Yeah,
yeah. He doesn't spend will. He just does it.
doesn't care about wraiths.
I think he isn't as actually he is better than Círdan. The fact that he's like the perfect.
No, I wouldn't put him above Círdan in terms
He
of
needs his,
value.
like, own
Like, he's
category.
very good. But
This is why you need to tell the viewers we basically had an enormous discussion about what casters to include in this tier list. And I was vociferously against Thranduil being in this tier list because I think he is so key to the Thranduil Halls list, which means he's going to be like the best caster effectively. But Elliot pursued and pursued and pursued to have him in here.
Because we can't really have a caster's tier list on all casters in the game if we're not including all spellcasters that are in
I
the
don't think
game. It
I mean,
doesn't really
comment below if you think that Thranduil counts as a spellcaster.
I mean, obviously, when you look at it like in a vacuum, he's not someone who you'd think of as like a spell caster. He's not going around spending will on, casting spells all the time. But when you can cast spells that are in the magic power section in the rulebook, you are kind of a caster,
yeah, I mean, if the dragon makes it in, Thranduil makes it in.
And like the dragon also can cast
But
spells.
the dragon actually has magical spells
Yeah.
in
He
his
does
profile.
have to pay for the upgrade to use them, the same as Thranduil. There are similarities. Viewers, let us know what you
I think we should have done, if you have to spend will, then you get in the list.
It's as if I said that, Sam.
Would Thranduil be the
Nah.
only one that would be left
I
out?
think you did. You just said if they have a magical power section in their profile.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Which is effectively exactly the same as what you just said.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but like what?
Where's an exception? There's got to be an exception model, surely.
There is not. Go on, think
That's
about it.
totally
Think it.
not my
Do
dude.
it.
I think Thranduil is the only one
Yeah.
who can use spells, and it's not in the profile specifically, but he
So-
can cast spells. So
I think we're
Glad.
all in agreement that Thranduil is in the lemon category, as Elliot has included him. So does he go above or below Thranduil?
What? How does he go
Yeah.
above or below himself?
Can we just put him in?
Sorry.
Can we just make a new category and put him in there on his own because he's so
Sorry,
niche.
above or below Círdan?
No, he's below Círdan.
But like, he is a better caster than someone like Elrond. Like we can still judge him on his, casting, and yeah.
I mean, he's still expensive and he's only D6. He's not better than Círdan.
Círdan does provide more for his points in a exclusively casting capacity.
Yeah, Círdan
Yeah.
stars in the casting role far better, but
Yes.
But we're
Thranduil
not
does better than like Elrond.
we're not really judging on that, on just that, right? It's just overall.
No.
Like
Yeah.
I think we leave him there and we go on to our first global model.
We're moving on to the High Elf Stormcaller. Yeah.
Mhm.
Why have you got 2 High Elf Stormcallers in a row?
There's a Galadriel one. Now, I didn't check if they're any different, though.
Woo!
They are.
Are they any different? There we go. Maybe I did check that then. Maybe I was being smart.
They are different. The Galadriel one's even worse.
Let me find out how. So the High Elf one, cool win, strength and will, 3 up and a 4 up. The Galadriel one. Oh, so the Galadriel one has enchanted blades, where the Rivendell one has strength and will.
So strength and will goes really well with Elrond. That's why there's an argument for him. But then you'd take Lindir instead.
I'd argue the Lothlorien one's actually maybe better.
Enchanted blades with Lothlorien like little heroes can be pretty nice.
Enchanted blades on a 4 up, and he's only got 3 will.
Yeah,
He's
so
basically Círdan at that point.
You spend all 3 will, and if you roll a 6, you get all 3 will back.
Well, he's
It's
not
not
like
limited.
Círdan, because Círdan has
It's not
1
even the
free per
limited.
turn.
Do you get is that how it works? You don't get just 1 will back.
Yeah, I think if
cast-
you roll all 3 dice, you get all 3 will back.
Yeah.
And 6.
You
That's
totally
the
do.
same as it is with Brawgear as well.
Fuck
for
off, idiot.
listeners that
Oh,
are
Elliot, grow up.
listeners, go and read the Defense in the North. Book, and have a look at Brawgear's special.
Global
rule.
and
My
global.
name's Elliot, and Brorgis should get all his will back at all times.
I actually
also-
rolled a double 6 on a spellcast at the Wolf's Lair, and I went over to Josh Sherman. Shout out, and he
Shout out- He's been on the pod.
did, and he did rule against me, but I think he was wrong in doing so.
You should also
So he followed the rules.
Yeah. Pick up Josh.
No,
Right,
to be
Josh.
fair, he should have ruled that Brorgir gets 10 might after you roll double 6.
Probably
I
gets
should
3
probably
free
go
will
back.
every turn.
I will die on this
Yeah.
hill.
Right, let's chuck
Um,
the Galadriel one above in top of global, and then the Rivendell one bottom.
Yeah, I think the
Galadriel
one that
one
can
goes in the
cast-
bottom of dog, mate.
Don't know about that, Chief.
No, the one that can cast
Yeah.
the one that can cast enchanted blades is better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Are we in agreement on that?
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon you're all, yeah.
Seems like it. Okay. Moving on, we have Tom Bombadil.
Our 3rd lemon model. Before anyone says anything, if Tom Bombadil isn't lemon, why is he banned from almost every event in the UK? Huh?
I don't think that's
Riddle-
because of his. I don't think that's because
riddle
of
me
his
that one.
casting. I don't think that's because of his casting ability. I think that's due
You
to
mean
his
when he casts Renew on a 2+? That's pretty lemon, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
refreshing song.
Refreshing
3
song.
range.
Yeah,
Sorry,
refreshing
even
song.
better than Renew. Refreshing
has-
song.
Yeah, but that's not the reason he's
Banishments.
banned, is it?
Which is a 6-inch range on a 3 up.
I think it is.
I think he's banned because people stick him on top of objectives and make it so you can never get them. I think that's
No.
maybe why.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, sorry. Let's. Actually,
The fact that
Pretty
when
cool.
you cast refreshing song on a 2+, you get a might, a will, and a fate back. That's the best spell in the game, and it's cast on a 2+. And he has, is it 15 will points, Elliot?
Very
Yeah.
well done.
what else does he
I think-
provide though?
He provides a Chad. The fact that you're not incorporating the fact that he can just get you objectives for free, and your
He-
opponent can do nothing about it.
He can't pick up like objects and stuff.
No, but he can just stand on one of your supplies.
Yeah,
And that's
which
it.
is
That's
inherently more
game
than he
over
is
for everyone else.
He's 160 points. He's quite a pricey guy.
I think he's in Silly Nervous or Lemon. Come on.
I firmly disagree. As much as I'd like to put him there, but
Sam,
Tom
how would you put
Bombadil is as a model.
The only reason you're saying he's not in the top 2 tiers is because you haven't seen him at events because he is banned.
Have you ever actually played a
Because-
proper game against him, Sam?
Yeah, I played Jack a lot.
I played
No,
against
so
Jack.
Yeah,
that's
and in the
not what I
game you
mean.
played against Jack, Aragorn ended up with like 25 might points, and you
Yeah.
almost cried.
He did roll a 6
You
every
were
time.
so
and I did-
upset. He didn't
It's
roll
just-
it every time. The
No,
fact
it's
that
the
you get a free might point and you get a free might point every single turn and refreshing song means effectively all Jack needed to roll on 3 dice was a 4, and he would win every single fight.
So Ash, I think you're.
That's why you were upset.
No, I think the thing you're forgetting is you invited me round to your house to play a game against you with a normal army for competitive practice. I then get drawn against Jack instead because you can't be bothered, and he's got Tom Bombadil. Like, I think that's more why, not the actual model itself.
I was going to say,
But
this
isn't
must have
that,
been at Mum's
isn't
house.
that a lemon model?
Yeah.
though?
No, I disagree.
It totally is. I played shout out Josh Sherman.
Let's go!
At one of Leon's events, and we played Fog of War, and I just couldn't kill Tom Bombadil, obviously, so I just lost the scenario.
I mean, I'm putting him not lemon or silly nervous.
He's
However,
totally a lemon model.
let's just,
I think he's a
I
lemon
don't
model.
mind what other people choose, to be honest. I don't really care.
But would you always take him if he wasn't banned?
No,
Yes.
I would
I
not.
don't think you always take him, Ash.
Yes, you would. Any event over 800 points, you're taking Bombadil for fun and for lemon.
This Desperado has really hit you hard, Ash.
For
Is he
lemon.
yellow with pretty much everything, or how does he ally?
He
It
is
says
basically
Tom
yellow.
Bombadil is convenient allies with all good army lists. So,
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can totally drop him in if you want.
Sam is smiling because he knows me and James are correct.
No, it's not even that. I'm smiling because we're talking about Tom Bombadil and look at all the other people we have to go. Fuck me, can we choose? I don't mind putting him in lemon.
Okay, me and James have voted lemon.
I vote
Brad
lemon
has
as well.
voted.
I vote lemon as well.
Let's
Right, we'll
go.
put him bottom of lemon.
Let's move on.
And
I,
we'll move
I don't like these fraudulent votes.
democracy. Okay.
Oh,
now
Goldberry
we'll-
next.
Unless
Gold-
Adam,
Gold-
Elliot, and Vince don't think lemon and they can put him in dog.
It's
I
like
don't think
keep
he's
to
lemon.
move on.
Yeah, let's move on because we got
Right.
Goldberry next.
Okay, Goldberry.
She is a dog model.
What song
Only
does this
has a
Goldberry
refreshing
have?
song on a 2+ with a 3-inch range.
It's 10 will
Oh.
instead. But I think you
And-
have to take. Don't you have to take Tom to take her?
You have to take Tom to take her, which makes her not
Yeah,
great.
fuck that.
Oh, yeah, she's instantly
global.
dog.
She's global, minute, surely.
Underneath.
Why would you need 20
Underneath
wills
Gildor,
worth of
next,
refreshing song?
Killerborn.
Are we
So
leaving
you
it
can
there?
do crazy stuff.
You're not with that many. You have like 5 dice in refreshing song every turn. It's like
If
Yeah.
you take Tom,
How do you compete with like an Elisar that's got a Goldberry and team behind him?
That's what I was going to say. If you take Tom and Goldberry and take a hero that has a free might point every turn, excuse me, effectively they have 3 might points for free
I
every
think Tom-
single turn.
Tom Bombadil and Goldberry should be able to ride Gwyneth's back and then just fly about on top of him and just lol.
But then you
Especially
won't have
passengers
much of an
with
army.
Gwyneth.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That'd be fun
Yeah.
though.
You don't
Okay.
need that. You just have great banter.
Infinite
You
Mind.
won't have much of an army left though.
Celeborn, I think, is
Moving on then. Celeborn.
maybe.
Celeborn's a pretty silly nervous model.
What?
What?
Nah, I think
Celeborn's
Celeborn's
a silly nervous model.
I think he's nervous.
Top
He's
of
so
nervous.
good at everything.
Top of nervous or bottom of silly nervous.
He's so mediocre at everything.
It's
What?
just too expensive.
What can he not do? I mean,
What do you not do?
No, he can do everything okay.
and that's what matters in the game, versatility.
I mean, he does lots of things. He kind of has his hat in lots of different sort of rings, really, doesn't he?
I think he needs to be paired with Galadriel, to be honest. But
So first of all, he's only got 3 will. So if he's resisting spells as well as casting, he's not really going to do much.
He's got resistance
he
to magic
gets-
as well, though. And he is 3s across the board. You know, it's not a bad
Yeah,
place to
so resistance to magic with 3 will is really good if all you're doing is protecting yourself from magic.
Yeah.
That's
Magic's
the
more of an
If you're-
opportunistic thing to have.
So if you're protecting yourself against magic, then yeah, you're not using any of your other magic. But if you're not having to do that, then you suddenly have all this really great magic.
So
Yep.
let's assume you do 1 dice immobilize or maybe a 1 dice enchanted blades. So you'll get them off maybe just over half the time. So you might get 2 spells off. I mean, it's not.
well, sometimes you might not need it if you use
I mean,
have
that-
Galadriel.
yeah.
You don't need it.
It'd be
Okay,
pretty
so
good.
yeah, if you're talking about, but then you're just saying that it's only good because of another model.
he pairs well with
I don't
best
think it's
with
even that
Jack.
though. Like, he's got a 3-up transfix. Like, if you're running into the enemy leader with your fight 6 striker,
Mhm.
and you can just 3-up transfix them, just
Yeah.
one dice it, you roll a 5, like they're sweating. Like
Mhm.
I think that's a pretty good place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the
You
fact
know?
he gives Loth Enchanted Blade, which is something they struggle to do, is kill like big models and stuff. I think
Yeah.
it's quite a good
You can
thing to
have
have.
Galadriel transfix them, and then Celeborn Enchanting Blades himself, and then he runs in there.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a lot of synergy.
I
And
think
he's got... Sorry.
above Elrond personally. Like I could see what if you, depending on how it looks at towards the end, maybe bottom of City Nervous, but I think Nervous is fine.
Yeah. I think he should be top of Nervous because he's 100. He is 150 points.
Yeah, fully kitted out, and he goes up to D7 with armor.
D7.
Heavy
D7, Elven Blade, Shield.
Yeah.
He can be revised at the end.
He does have where he can upgrade the courage of the Galadriel god.
That brings him down to dog then, doesn't it? Let's take him down there.
Just that conversation there just brings him down.
Yeah.
Another feather in the cap. Yeah, Lord of the West anyway.
He does have a 12-inch standfast. That's really good.
But yeah, I think he belongs around there, and yeah, we can revisit later. Nothing in City Nervous yet, which is interesting. Okay, moving on, we have Galadriel.
Lemon,
yeah. Lemon above Thranduil, below Círdan.
Sam, I feel that you're going to have a different take.
No, I think I agree.
I was wrong.
She 130 points.
Not,
The stuff she brings, she's a good leader. She has blind light, and rerollable fate, immobilize. Yeah, and she's good to ally with. She's good in the list itself. Yeah.
Yeah,
she Galadriel everywhere.
I don't see why you couldn't take her.
She's quite cheap as well.
Yeah, 130 points is
Absolutely.
She is what makes like that army work. Like she is amazing. She's 130 points, leader of legend. She enables you to spam out elves. She gets free will per turn. She's got arguably the best spell in the game in command. Like she's so good.
a
He's
leader
his
of
ally.
legend.
is she going up here underneath Círdan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 She's not as value as Círdan, but she's still
Well,
outstanding.
she might be. She might be, to be fair. I think just because she brings 18 dudes, like that's
No, but
30 points.
Círdan gives you Aura of Dismay and Aura of Command. It's just so good.
Is she? Well, Círdan's more easily affected by Sapwill and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
Círdan's more.
You see
the
how many Witch Kings there are.
forecaster.
It's like
They
Well,
both have resistance to magic, though. I wouldn't.
yeah, but 6 will compared to Thingy, and then 4 will.
He's just so cheap. Like you don't even really care. Like
They play different roles though. Like, obviously, Galadriel's more offensive, or can be more offensive, where Círdan's not as much.
Like if the Witch King's casting Sapwill on Círdan, like you still have a semi-decent chance of resisting it anyway, and the Witch King's just not doing anything else. It's not great for the Witch King.
It depends on what you've cast previously. You're probably throwing maybe what. It depends if you have turns prior to just one dice or dismay or not, like over and over again, or if you need it, you maybe 2.
Yeah, because there can be times where
Círdan.
Círdan only gets Aura of Dismay off, not with much will left. So then,
Yeah.
even if one sap will goes through, well, now he's only on the 3 per turn potentially, maybe without his might point, and then it's like, oh,
I don't know, but by that time he's kind of probably already done his job. He's got blinding light up a few turns. You're not massively fussed. It's just bonus from then on, isn't it?
I think the elf lists that do take him, James, you could probably speak to this more, but they do need him to be kind of having up Aura of Dismay for the majority of the game.
Yeah, it can definitely be difficult to play without it.
Without it is, yeah. So I think like if he is neutralized in that way, I think it is a big issue for those lists that do take him, like Last Alliance lists and things.
Yeah. But if people are targeting him, you normally have the heroes and stuff to be able to just kill enough of their stuff that it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It's a trade they take, really.
Yeah, it's because he's so cheap. You can just take other stuff too.
Yeah, I guess if your 80-point Círdan's tying up their 100-point Witch King, then
it's only 80 points. Like he's insane.
He
Yeah.
is cheap, but then bringing 6 models kind of counters that in a certain way.
but like he brings a lot more value than his 80 points would.
He does.
Yeah, he's
but
definitely
it's
undercosted.
down.
Definitely.
I don't mind. I could see either Galadriel being above him or below him. I don't know. It's just food for
We can
thought.
revisit, but yeah, it looks like Galadriel is going in lemon for now. Okay, we have another Galadriel. We have Lady of Light from the White Council.
He used to be lemon, but now because of the allying, probably. I don't know. You don't really see her much because it's really hard to get her now.
It's only big, like a K points, really, isn't it?
Yeah, probably nervous then.
You're only seeing her when people take Saruman the White as well.
Yeah, you have to take. Yeah,
So that's quite a big tax. I know he's awesome, but that's a lot of points in 2 models.
You're not really seeing her anymore.
I'd say nervous at best because it is quite hard to bring her along.
Yeah, nervous.
maybe I'd say above Arwen.
Yeah.
Above Arwen, so we think not great.
No.
Is this because of the nerf?
Well, we just take.
Yeah.
What is she 140? 160?
160 sounds very high.
Oh no, she's totally 130, isn't she? I think she's the same.
Hmm.
No, her profile is amazing.
He's
But
130, yeah.
Just take
you just
310
can't
points worth
the
of
access
models.
to it.
Yeah. And then no, I'd take that. That's fine.
Actually, we're talking about the Lady of Light. Let me put her above Arwen.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Before the nerf, she might have been the best caster after the Witch King. But after the nerf that dropped her down from Valor to Fortitude and then all the different ally implementations, I think you've ranked her in a very good position, actually.
Okay. With that said, then we're going to move on to Radagast.
I think he's got to be our first silly nervous character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
like
disagree with that.
He is hard. He's hard. He is hard to fit in, like just inherently, because he has dismay. There's very few lists that kind of need him or would take him, would think he's any value compared to other people, but he is still pretty good. If you can be bothered to convert him to horse as well, it's probably the best way to run him.
I think he's okay on Eagle actually.
He is. It's in a certain list though, and like
Adam, did you use him on Eagle at City of Kings?
Yeah, I mean it didn't go particularly well, but yes, I did.
the soup lists like him on Eagle because it's you bring an Eagle with like Nature's Wrath and stuff, but yeah, I'll hope City nervous. Why not?
Any more thoughts on Radagast? He's pretty good.
I think Sam really nailed it. He's difficult to actually fit into lists, but that doesn't take away from the fact that at higher points, when you can, he is fantastic. And also the fact that you quite often see a lot of pure Eagle lists with Radagast leading them. And he fits that role really, really well. He also has 6-will, a plethora of really good spells, the 3-willer turn, the ability to go on Slay, go on Eagle, go on Horse. He's incredibly versatile. And again, when you can actually ally him into different army lists, he provides that cheap magic caster role that's quite often missed in good. He's not lemon because obviously he's not fantastic across all points levels with all different army lists, but when you can ally him in, I think he really, really, really fits a strong role. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts on that.
What is that role, would you say?
So it's being almost the cheapest good magic
You say cheap, he
caster
is
in a
still
good
like
list.
150 plus points.
There's a lot.
It is a lot, yeah, but it's that's one of the inherent weaknesses in the good side of the
Rulebook.
game is that Radagast is your cheapest, you know, and I know he is still expensive, but I kind of feel like he is the one magician that fills that cheaper magician's role within
He's
the good
really-
faction.
He's really, so he's 150 base. If you give him a horse, he's 160.
Yeah.
You give him Sebastian, he's 165. So he's at least 165, really. And how much is Gandalf?
180.
180.
So
Yeah.
slightly cheaper, but
Yeah.
not much in it.
I think Radagast would
much
be
in
better
it?
if he had compel.
Yeah, I think that's
But
the
he-
big thing that holds
They
it
are
back,
very-
no command. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah,
different.
no
styles.
command is difficult.
Still has immobilize though.
Yeah,
Or Dismay as well.
Nature's Wrath.
Panic
and
Steed
Correct.
is also he has
Yeah,
Nature's
really.
Wrath, whereas none of the other heroes, none of the other sort of like Gandalf. Excuse me,
Especially
Gandalf.
if
Yeah,
Or-
the wizards and casters, yeah.
You're playing like a good v evil tournament, for example, like having Terrifying Aura can be quite nice. Yeah, if you put it on your heroes against
Terrifying
lower
Aura
coverage.
only works on the caster.
That's what Aura
I'm
Dismay's
thinking
for,
of,
mate.
sorry.
Yeah.
You can channel it though.
Yeah.
But
Which
it
one?
affects 6
I
inch.
like that. Sorry. go on.
Yeah, it affects it's got a 6-inch radius if you channel it, right?
It's
No.
12 if you channel it,
No,
mate.
12.
It's 6 normally.
Yeah, I mean that's great.
Yeah.
That with immobilize, panic, steed, and wrath. It's
Mm.
good. And immobilize. I mean,
So we're thinking
It's the
Círdan.
fact he's able to immobilize every single turn due to that 3-pointer will. I think that's where his real strength lies. And then
Yeah.
he also has the added bonus of doing Nature's Wrath or Panic Steed. What are the other spells he has, Elliot? Sorry.
So he has Panic Steed, Terrifying Aura, both on 2+, Immobilize on a 3-up, Renew on a 3-up, and then Nature's Wrath on a 4-up, or Dismay on a 5-up.
It's a good set
Yeah,
of
so
stuff.
Awe of Dismay is a really
He's
good
good.
one.
I think he's there. Yeah.
But the things about the armies that you can put him into, that will give them that Aura of Dismay. But yeah, seems like we're in agreement in Silly Nervous. Moving on, we have Gandalf the Grey.
oh,
So I think he's
Strap
the
in.
top end of City Nervous.
no.
No.
Oh dear. Here
I
we go.
prefer Radagast.
So I think Gandalf is better than Radagast. Simply due to
Gandalf's
Blinding
definitely
Light.
better than Radagast.
I think I would
Mate.
agree with you, Adam, prior to when
Woo!
Sterling. However, he did so well for me in Sterling. It was unreal. So he actually cast every Sorcerer's Blast I rolled. It was unreal.
Wait, Sam, sorry, I haven't heard about this because we played before Sterling. And
Yeah,
again,
dog
did
shit.
do very well, and you were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to take him," but he did really well.
I think the first game I ran out of spent as well, and then I basically needed to break my opponent to get this draw.
Oh,
in
yeah,
hand
you said,
because
yeah.
classic heirlooms, come on first turn, pick it up, and then I just did two. I source past this orc, cast on a 5, killed both orcs. Next turn, cast on a 5, kill both orcs. I was thinking, oh my god, what is this man doing? He's never done this. And he was just really good the whole tournament. So I think overall, as a general, because you get Blinding Light, you get
He just has all
command.
the best spells in the game.
Blinding
really.
Light is such a massive advantage over Radagast.
Blinding Light, Immobilize,
Collapse
command.
Rocks.
Collapse Rocks is so good as well. Yeah, true that. Sorcerer's Blast is really good.
I mean, terrain dependent. When do you see that many rocks?
So many rocks all the time. It's
Getting rocky.
Collapse Rocks is probably the worst spell in the game. But it could be hilarious if someone tried to camp behind a rock and you're like,
I
lol.
mean, so Gandalf essentially has like Protection of the Valar, Strength and Will, and Sorcerer's Blast. and Compel, where Raddy has Panic Steed, Awe of Dismay, and Nature's Wrath.
Yeah, Protection of Valor is actually very underrated.
He can lead troops as well.
And Blinding Light, sorry.
He's
can
also,
in
he's also
survival.
20 more points.
Yeah.
You can fill out your model count
15.
as well with him. You can actually lead 15 guys in
15, 20. Yeah.
survivors. And I mean, if you're taking Fellowship 1, it's like, that's his Fellowship 1.
He also has the ring, which rerolls Fate. He's strength 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Elven Blade.
Yeah.
And
Elven
Strike.
Blade. Strike. For 20 points extra, he is way better than Radagast.
I don't know why he's strength 5.
Well,
I feel like that's got to be a balancing thing. Yeah, but there are lots of models that have special swords. But yeah, being strength 5 is...
For a good model, being strength 5 is really, really rare.
Very unusual. Yeah, and I just like, why is he strength 5? I don't know. I feel like Dwalin should be strength 5. He isn't strength 5.
Dwalin totally is strength 5, my man.
Totally is strength 5.
As soon as I said it, I was like, is he the one strength 5 model that I've named? Is he not strength 4 in one of them, though?
Forty Elliot.
Maybe in Thorn's company he might be, but I think he's 5. He's definitely 5 in Erebor claimed. He might. I think
he's 5.
He's strength 5 in Thorn's company, so he must be in Erebor.
Yeah, I think he's above Raddy.
So young Dwalin, I think, is only strength 4.
No. Oh, sorry, young Dwalin. Let me see.
But the other Dwalins are strength.
Young Dwalin is also strength 5.
Oh, is he? Perfect.
He chose the worst model to make that point with, anyway.
Yeah, I think he's top of Silly Nervous, Gandalf.
I personally think he's the very bottom of Lemon.
Oh, that is. Oh, that no.
I don't hate
Gandalf the White yet, though.
I don't hate it.
Because he can do so much.
He can do a lot, but also he's 170 points and extremely unreliable. Like if you compare him to Saruman, like he basically does the same thing but way worse for 10 points less.
I think we've got.
He gives you a lot of different options in comparison to Saruman.
What? Blinding Light and Protection of the Valar.
Blinding Light, Protection of the Valar. They are very big difference makers in the game.
Blinding Light, yes. Protection of the Valar is very dependent on your opponent. And I like it in certain cases, but against Black Riders, it's amazing. If you just channel that 3 times in a row, like you're laughing. But it's very situational. Even against the single
but simply
race.
having that option is such an advantage.
No, it's a really good spell. I've been caught out.
I think you might be swaying me, James. Put him in the bottom of Lemon, and then we'll see where he goes from there.
So Ash and James think bottom of Lemon. Sam's not that against Vince.
No, I think it's Silly Nervous, not Lemon.
And Adam, you think Silly Nervous as well?
I think the problem is if you use him, so I've used him a few times, what you find is maybe 1 in every 2 turns he gets a spell off. And it's really annoying. Like if you're throwing 2 dice at a Sorcerer's Blast and you get that 4 or that 3.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what
are you doing?
If you spend
Depends how
a turn
important
doing
it is.
anything,
You've got 3 might to spend.
Yeah, so if you get a 4, you probably spend the point of might. Right?
Depending on what it's for.
But you're just fighting a losing battle at that point. Whereas you look at Saruman, he could roll 1 dice and just re-roll, get that 4, bang. 2.
Do you now? Adam has swayed me to put him back.
He doesn't
in
do his job. He doesn't do his job reliably, and that's what you need from a caster. So if you're taking Witch King Saruman, it's reliable. If you're then spending, and they're similar points. If you're going to spend 20 points less and take Radagast, he can throw 3 dice with a channeled Awe of Dismay first turn. So that's a 12-inch radius. You're pretty much guaranteed to get it off, right? 3 dice. And he's still got 4 in his store, and he's just casting 1 dice. Immobilizes the odd Panic Steed on a 2-up. Like, it's easy. You're loving life. It's easy. Whereas with Gandalf, it's a constant stress of how many dice you're picking up, because it's not always going to work.
I mean, you could do pretty much your exact example you just said, but with Sorcerer's Blast instead of Awe of Dismay.
But you only cast Awe of Dismay once.
Yeah,
That's
sure, but a Sorcerer's Blast could be way more important. That can literally change the game in just that single spell.
You're usually
I totally think Sorcerer's Blast is one of the best spells in the game. Like, if done correctly, it's game winning.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I think
he's not reliable.
Gandalf's spells are better than Radagast.
He's
I think his
definitely
skills are
better than
better. You
Radagast.
can lead troops. Sorcerer's Blast is so good against other enemy wizards because then they can't cast, so they're on horse. I actually totally Protection of Valar was actually a game-winning thing for me at Sterling as well, because in Clash, I Protection of Valar, my captain that was on 1 wound and he was going to Black Dart last turn, and it was like, oh, unlucky mate. And the fact you can lead 15 troops.
So it seems like the
Great
consensus is
spell.
to put him above Raddy, although Adam doesn't agree with that.
No, okay, fine. I can see he's above Raddy.
So,
I
but-
personally don't agree with that, but if you guys think that, yeah. But I don't think he's lemon.
Does anyone want him in lemon?
I don't hate it, because if you really need to Sorcerer's Blast and you're playing far away, 12-inch deployment, you can just strengthen will yourself, and say you got to 7 will, 8 will, like then you don't really care to throw 2 and a 3 to Sorcerer's Blast, because then you're down to 6 will. And
I am so torn between Silly Nerves and Lemon.
Can we get a show of hands? Because we should probably move on. Show of hands for lemon, please, folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
the strength and will is a good point though. Like he can just
with yourself, you Sorcerer's Blast the key targets you need, then you just have will to transfix 1 and a 3, and then you also have Strike you need to compel or command and go in with an Elven Blade that a lot of lists don't have. Then you lead 15 troops. You have rerollable fate if he's your leader.
Yeah.
He's got good allies when it comes to it. You can drop him in a lot of places because he is Valor.
You are right though. You are totally right, Sam.
He's pretty good. Like,
Go on, chuck him in Lemon. Put him in Lemon.
That would be 3 for lemon and 3 for Silly Nervous.
I change Lemon.
It was round up, mate, so it's got.
Well, 3 would round down, really, if there's 3 votes for...
Nah,
No,
but if you're in
you would
between
roll
two
a
things,
dice,
you'd
wouldn't you?
round up to
It's a
11.
dice.
Roll a dice.
Is it a dice bet? Okay.
Oh, no.
What sort of dice do we want?
Danny DeVito. Oh wait.
Can we not get one on the screen?
Yeah, I've asked him to do this before, but he
No,
won't
I
do
want
it.
to roll dice. I like rolling dice. Let's roll another Lee and Hobbit hole.
Yeah, but then we all get to see it.
On a 4, 5, 6, he goes up in the middle.
Elliot, no one can see this.
Elliot,
blurred
that's just
dice.
pure blur.
you've got your blow on the background, mate.
Okay, let's try that again. Oh, well, it's a 1. It's exactly what it was last time. It's another one.
I've asked him so many times to put up like a 50-50.
He's staying silly nervous. Let me roll a dice, okay? It's fun.
Yeah, but if you put up on the tab for all the viewers to
Nowhere near
Yeah.
fun, though, is
a
it?
50-50.
That's way
flip
more
coin,
fun, Elliot.
It's way more fun.
I get to
We-
get
we
out my
can all-
dice tray. I like them.
No,
He's staying silly nervous because I rolled a 1. Moving on, we have Gandalf the White.
dog model.
Nah, he's
he's
not a
nervous.
model.
He's nervous.
He's got to be nervous. He's not dog.
No, he should be better. For so many points,
He should definitely be better, yeah.
That doesn't
he
mean
should
he's
be
dog.
better. And I think out of spite, we should put him as dog so that Jake
Give him 2 3 points of will a turn.
Leads 15, 4-5 spirits, Source Blast on a 4+. Good, good fast moving horse.
Yeah.
Transfix.
Not a lot
The
of
most expensive. He's almost as expensive as the Necromancer.
He is 240. He's better than Necromancer though.
Yeah.
But he is 240 points. So nervous.
Whereabouts in
Yeah,
nervous?
nervous.
Worse than
Um,
Arwen.
Nah, he's definitely better than Arwen. He's pretty next to the Lady of Light.
Here-ish. That's where I was thinking. Here.
I think he's
yeah.
worse
Yeah.
than Lady of Light. Maybe he isn't actually.
I think would I rather see him than Elrond?
No, you'd
I
rather
actually-
have Elrond with 3 attacks. Come on.
Yeah,
I don't
Elrond's
think-
doing a lot more for you outside of that, where Gandalf.
He is a combat hero as well. He's 2 attacks, 3 on the charge.
Yeah.
Straight 5. Like you could really take him with. I reckon there's a list you could go him and Huron and stuff and get a fair amount of
Just
okay.
a
balls.
lot of the time, if you were seeing Gandalf the White, you'd probably think it's not that competitive a list, where you could still run some
Yeah.
fair lists with
I
Elrond.
think at maybe 800 points, you could get a competitive Gandalf the White list.
Yeah, I think you can. It just has to be at higher points.
Yeah, you have to revolve yourself around Gandalf and not Boromir. Although Boromir is way more value because you get a 6-inch banner and whatever, and Boromir, it sucks having to not take him, but you just do. And I think if you forfeit yourself to that, you're then.
What would you put
Because-
around Gandalf to do that?
That's what I mean. You might take
You
a
need
Huron.
Huron because Huron and Gandalf, with his fortified spirit, work
Yeah.
fantastically together.
Maybe Madriel for March.
Madriel for March. You need at least Gandalf, Huron, Madril, and a bunch of troops. And then
How many more
Yeah,
points that
you've-
compared to Boromir? How many is Boromir with the banner horse?
215.
it's 215,
yeah.
so he's
Another
25 less
25.
points than Gandalf, which
You're
is why you would
losing-
always take Boromir.
So if you're
But-
running an 800 point Minas Tirith list with Boromir, Huron, Madril, for example, you're essentially, if you're swapping Boromir for Gandalf, you're essentially losing 25 points worth of troops.
Well, you're essentially losing 50 points because you have to pay
Because
for a
you
banner.
need a banner as well.
Very, very true.
You're
So-
looking like 60 points or so.
Yeah, so you're losing maybe what 6 troops.
Fortified Spirit is a really, really, really good
Yeah.
spell. I think the fact that he can lead troops and he doesn't have to be allied in with Saruman compared to Lady of Light,
Yeah,
I think I agree with you, Sam and James. You've convinced me that
I think
that
you-
is a good point for him. But he just does need to be better. He's meant to be such a cool wizard. Like in the films, he's so awesome.
he's got a really cool new plastic model as well, which you just literally never ever see.
Give him the reroll. That sort of.
Give him a reroll. The fact he doesn't have a reroll is
Yeah,
genuinely
it's so
criminal.
thick. Yeah,
Even
Yeah,
with a
like-
reroll, like he's still super expensive.
Yeah, even with the reroll, it's still not worth it.
yeah, but the witch
But at
Saruman-
least he's more takeable.
How does
Let
that-
him
even
cast,
give
like,
him
transfix in combat.
Give him 3 attacks and a reroll. I'd take him.
Sorry, the Witch King doesn't have a
Make
reroll.
the good Witch King. Let's do it.
I
Yeah.
think James, I actually like that. He should have 3 attacks.
He'd be
Yeah,
really
because-
yeah.
He does get pretty combat heavy, to be fair, Gandalf the White.
Yeah.
I think he should be.
It's the fact that he's so expensive. Like you can get a Witch King who has the reroll and has 3 attacks for 100 less points. Than
I'm not
him.
against having
Yeah.
really
You know,
expensive-
100 points is
I'm not
just-
against having really expensive heroes. Like you don't really have any heroes in his range which are worth their points, are there really? Like
He
how many
needs to
heroes
be a
are there?
lot better.
Yeah, but like if you actually make him worth his points, then I think it'd be quite an interesting position for him to be in because there aren't really any heroes that are that expensive which are
The fact
competitive.
I think the fact that most of us can agree if you gave him a reroll, he still wouldn't be worth 240 points is a huge red flag.
The
you know?
reroll 3 attacks would be pretty good.
Not 3 attacks. I mean, like we can all agree that if you just gave him a reroll, he would
Oh yeah,
still
no. Yeah.
too many
Yeah.
points. for
Yeah,
what
I
he's
think
done
he'd only
twice.
reach his value with 3 attacks as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like
Oh, that'd be really good. And then
it's the fact that
Yeah,
it just annoys me because he is so cool in the films.
yeah.
Like he should be better.
Yeah.
You know.
But like Elrond and Celeborn, for example, models you see more in more
Yeah.
competitive kind of lists because they just slot in better. So, it's hard to justify putting him above them.
240 points is monumental. It's like one of the most expensive good heroes in the game.
Yeah.
And what does he give you? Not even a reroll for magical
Not enough.
spells.
Yeah. So for that reason, we'll put him in the middle of the pack in nervous. Moving on, we have Saruman the White from the White Council.
I think he's silly nervous because he's probably one of the best casters in the game. But obviously, because of he can't take troops and alliance reasons, I think that bumps him down.
I'm not.
He's- I think it's between
Adverse to that.
Gandalf and Radagast.
Really? So you think Gandalf's better? Would you have thought that before Sterling?
No. Yeah. Because
Yeah, I think Gandalf's
paying 180 to not lead troops, like, you have to be at
It's
such a high
stinky.
points level that it's just so tough to ever use him.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I played against Jasmine recently at Unnumbered Tiers, and I was at 1,000.
that's what I mean. Like, 1,000 is when you
and
should be in
Blade
consistently.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's too many points. Like Source of Pass is great, Awe of Command is great.
12-inch Standfast as well, affecting heroes.
Yeah, he loses the Palantir, which is a bit sad. But
Gains all of command though.
How
yeah,
does evil Saruman not have Aura of Command? It's just
because then that'd be
Makes no
so
sense.
good.
Because then he'd be
I
way
know,
too
it'd
good
be
then.
so good, and it would also make sense.
I think he's between Radagast and thingy. I think Radagast is inherently a worse ally because it just Sorcerer's Blast is so good and
Yeah.
Aura of Command.
Yeah, he casts it on a
That's one
4.
of those. Obviously, the 18-inch Transfix and Compel
Yeah.
being insane.
It's so annoying for people. It's so
Yeah.
funny. So yeah, I think it's there.
What do we think,
Yeah.
folks? Happy with him in his
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
nervous? Adam, Ash?
Yep.
I think in the middle of those two casters is exactly where he belongs.
Okay, so he's gone into Silly Nervous. So this is how things stand at the end of all of the good casters. I'm going to move into evil now with Saruman from Isengard.
Oh, he's got to be a
Is he
lemon
better or
caster.
worse?
He's better due to the fact that he has Flame Burst.
Got the
No,
Palantir.
he's better because he can. One, he has the Palantir, and two, he can lead 18 troops. That's
Yeah.
humongous.
It's worth 10 points extra you pay for him. Yeah.
I don't know. Just he doesn't have defense either, right? Good Saruman has defense.
No, the White Council one does.
He's just apart from the fact he can take troops, he's just way worse, I think, than good Saruman.
Why?
He doesn't have defense in Aura of Command. I would
I feel like if
happily
you-
take
Palantir.
If your Saruman is
the
needing
Palantir.
defense,
I'd happily take those two over the Palantir.
nah. If your Saruman's having to
100%.
defend every game,
If you had Aura of Command with like Isengard, so
yeah,
much better.
that'll be inherently really fucking good because they're all
Yeah, exactly.
that's how
It's
the
like
question is so
creamy.
good.
But you're saying the Palantir is better, which I don't really get.
Okay, would you rather take the Palantir or have defense?
Palantir.
Defense.
Yeah, Palantir any day of the week.
Yeah.
Saruman's never near combat, is he?
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you're
don't say never, but it might say.
Well, actually, no. Actually, shout out to our man who got married recently, Bert Leach.
Let's go.
Let's go, Bert.
So on the road to G-Boot, I was on the table next to him and we were sending messages before we knew our matchups. I had CJ MESBG, which was a bit of a nervous matchup.
Oh no.
And he had...
Shout out CJ.
Shout out CJ. He had... I don't know who, but he was just going on about how he was going to take Isengard and it was going to be really easy because he was playing an absolute noob who was playing with Blackgate Opens and multiple trolls. Like basic trolls. So we play Breakthrough, which, fair enough, you're going to start near the halfway line, right? I'll turn around 20 minutes into the game. Saruman's in combat.
Sheesh.
What do you know? So it can happen, but he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be anywhere near the combat.
For me, he's literally you compel a guy out, charge him with him and loads of other dudes, and then use his might to combat because he doesn't really need to use his might ever to cast.
But do that late game.
Yeah, like that's the only time you'll see him in combat. And if I near them needing to spend my might to defense, something's gone really wrong prior to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather have the Palantir and then late game go, oh, I'm out of priority. I want that objective. I
Can
want
be
that
such a
model.
game-winning situation.
I mean,
Obviously,
It could be
defend...
nice to chuck in for a point of might to call her at combat as well, just to get some movement.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like compelling, charging in with loads of hit dudes, then going 10 that way. So
Yeah.
then you can all of a sudden
Yeah,
affect
get
that
Even at
side
the start of the
more
game,
easily.
though, just to outflank someone. If you chuck
Yeah.
your heroes in there and you're just suddenly behind their line, you're like, oh,
Yeah, it's risky for him to probably be going that way.
well, no, not Saruman. He stays behind the line.
Oh,
But
sorry.
The other models flank round.
Oh, sorry, to heroic combat other things.
Yeah, exactly. But you get a better use out of his might that way. They can keep theirs.
I totally said that I was going to really try and make an effort to use Flame Burst at Sterling.
Yeah, you did.
However, the situation never arose, which is really sad because
Did you ever get
I
a
can
game-winning
tell
play
you-
with the Palantir either?
yes, when it came to capture control and stuff.
I can tell you a nervous play from George Harold, who actually did use Flame Burst in a game against me that was actually useful. So I had tagged Sharkey with a Minister of Warrior. So he then decided to Flame Burst this guy because it guaranteed that he would die, which then allowed Sharkey to charge through my lines and tag Boromir, who is charging his model who had the prize, whereas a Sorcerer's Blast would have needed to not only go off, but then also clear the model more inches than a cavalry base, plus my now models like where his base would land. And also the fact that you have to Sorcerer's Blast on an angle means it was really difficult, and he would have had to have left his Saruman in a really like shit position effectively, whereas the Flame Burst doesn't have any directional capability, so you just target him. He then died, allowed Sharkey to go through the gap. So although Flame Burst isn't necessarily a great spell for Saruman on a 5+, which is pretty awful, it does have its situational advantages.
I think the 5+ is. I think the 5+ is okay because you have a reroll. It's more the 6 inch cast.
Definitely. So.
It's the 6-inch cast range for it.
Yeah.
It's so like, oh god.
Yeah, considering you've got 18-inch on other things, it's like.
Because
are
you're
we
usually going to spend 1 and a 3 to Sorcerer's Blast anyway, so then you can kind of just spend 1 and a 3 to Flame Burst and use the reroll to hopefully get the 5 regardless as well. You should get it.
You need to flame burst if you're flame bursting models that are D6 or below, it's like a 50-50. Obviously, if it's D4, then you expect to kill it, but like it's still a 50-50 dice roll off effectively to try and kill or not kill. So it isn't great. It definitely isn't a great spell for him to be using.
Where are we going to rank Saruman, folks?
I think he's better than Gandalf in the top of Silly Nervous. I think he actually doesn't quite eclipse the lemon tier, but I can definitely be swayed.
No,
the more I look at this, the more I think Tom Bombadil should not be.
Yeah, he's above Tom, basically.
I may be feeling Tom goes down there, bottom of Silly Nervous, and Saruman goes up there.
Tom seems a little bit skewed up there. Maybe you should just.
I don't even think Tom should be that high.
Can Tom just be next to Goldberry? They're together forever.
No, Tom is staying in Silly Nervous. Okay, I'm happy with Evil Saruman in the lemon.
Evil Saruman being the bottom of lemon. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's fine by me.
I think he is.
Thranduil is also taking a piss, but
well, we've already discussed that. I don't think he should
Thranduil.
even be in this tier. But the fact
We can revisit at the end.
end.
So Saruman from Isengard has made it into the bottom of the lemon category. Moving on, we have Sharkey.
Again, it's a 2+ 18-inch.
Yeah, that makes him lemon.
That's
I
it.
think he's
What does he actually do? I
Let's
don't know.
be fair.
So he's got a 2+. Oh no, sorry, it's not 18. It's 12-inch.
No.
And he has Terrifying Aura on a 2+ with 4 will.
Yeah, is he 2-4-1 or
1-4-1?
1-4-1?
How many points do you?
Cheap.
60 points for him with Worm.
That's really good.
It is,
not
but the
actually
rest of the
that bad.
ruffians are rubbish. So
Yeah, you've
Ruffians
only
can-
got 4. Like, yeah, you've got essentially 4 2+ transfixes potentially, but
Only
can you
four.
ally ruffians into
Ruffians.
Here's an auto including Ruffians, to be fair. So
Yeah,
got
but can you get use of him any other way?
I don't think Ruffians have the greatest allies. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because I mean, having a 12-inch 2+ transfix in so many lists could be really nice for 60 points.
Plus, you get one.
See, like, can we really say that?
That's a good point, Adam.
Can we say the
You're
Sharkey
right.
is worse than Gildor when Gildor has what, a 3+ transfix?
We definitely can, Elliot.
No, but because it's hard to include Sharkey in any other list. That's the problem.
I wouldn't even be mad to put him in nervous, to be honest.
Like,
No, he's not.
as a caster, I mean, he's got a 2+ transfix.
2+ transfix brings 18, 60 points.
He's got a 2+ transfix.
I don't hate it. I don't hate
How
it.
many
It's coming
points
with
did
a
you
free
pay
hero
for-
kill, though.
How many
He
points
is
did you pay
coming.
for Worm?
Huh?
How many points do you think Worm is worth?
Oh, none.
5.
It's so bad.
Negative
What-
10.
Actually, he's better than Fredegar Bolger.
He's definitely negative points.
He's better than Fredegar Bolger, so maybe 11 points.
No, he's worse than Fredegar Bolger.
No, I don't know. That really sneaky rule he has could go off occasionally.
Yeah, but Fredegar just the way he looks at you.
Radagast has no redeeming qualities.
His beautiful looks are one.
Sharkey above Gildor, no lie.
If he's got a
He's
single
an
yellow
unarmed
allies,
hobbit with a fate point, which means he's worse than a regular hobbit because he's unarmed.
Yeah, do they have any allies?
if he's
And you
got,
don't
if he's
want
got
him
any
to-
good allies, he's going in nervous, I reckon.
Yeah.
Sharky's rogues.
They are all red. So
They're
let's
red
put them
with
in the
Oh.
middle.
everything. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Who'd have
Come
thought?
on, he's worse than Goldberry. Non-ironically worse than
Nah,
Goldberry.
he's definitely not worse than Goldberry.
Does he have refreshing song?
No, Goldberry's so much worse. In fact, you have to pay for Tom and then take Goldberry.
Yeah, but
Doesn't have a
together
2
they're
up chance
chat.
fix. No.
60 point. No, he's a.
Who has more will?
We can't put if there were any yellow allies, then I think above Gildor, but the fact
I've
that
seen more Sharkies than Gildors, personally.
Yeah, so have I, to be fair.
that's only because you see
Because you have to.
Russians more because that's a
Yeah.
fun army.
Yeah, but Gildor is also just shit. So
I totally think Haldir, Gildor, and full warbands of Wood Elves is also a fun army.
oh yeah,
Is it
but I'd rather
better than-
Sharky. I'd rather Sharky over Gildor.
It looks like
So-
we're going to leave him here underneath Gildor.
Here comes Ash's spiel on this next model.
The big daddy.
Let's move on to
Rocky music. Play the Rocky
for
music.
Barrow-wight.
Right. Now, this guy is a lemon
Here we go.
because you cannot. Look, Elliot's ran away. He's so scared of this guy. Listen, Chill Soul on a 4+ is the best spell in the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
Shield's always good.
That's a hard fact.
It's what, 18
Um,
inches as well?
It's 18 inches. So it gives it
Crazy.
with a 6-inch move a 24-inch range. That makes it the most lethal ranged weapon in the game.
What about
I think-
Trebuchet, mate?
I think, in all seriousness, he goes below Radagast in the bottom of Silly Nervous.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
I don't
wouldn't
think
be,
that's-
I wouldn't be horrendously upset if
I
Radagast
don't
was
think
below
that's
him,
pushing.
to be
I
honest.
don't think
but-
that's pushing the boundaries. I don't think that's pushing the boundaries. And in all seriousness, he is fantastic at casting as an Eva model. He's got all the best spells. He's got such good range. He's got resistance to magic. He's got the 3-point of will a turn. He is a great caster, you know?
I'd actually argue that Chill Soul on a 4+ for him on that 400-point model may actually not be the best spell in the game.
What?
Name a better spell. And if it's not Shatter on the Mario Goblin Black Shield chain,
Right, so
then you're wrong.
you're using Chill Soul on realistically a hero.
No,
And
you're using it
Nah.
on a model or objective.
Okay,
Yeah.
for its points, a better spell on a model for its points,
is
100%.
Sorcerer's Blast.
Okay, sure, Sorcerer's
Yeah.
Blast, but also Barrow-wight for 50 points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
Barrow-wight's easily win that contest if that's how we're doing it.
Does Elliot even have a Barrow-wight on here?
Excuse me.
That's
Elliot
a good
doesn't have
point.
Elliot
totally
doesn't have a
don't.
Barrow-wight on here.
Oh, I can add one in.
Oh, we did have Thranduil. Boom.
What do you mean? Oh, I can add one in.
Hey,
You
I've got
forgot
the
one of the
Angmar
most
Orc-
This
potent
guy's a
magic
bot.
casters in
I got the
game.
Angmar Shaman. Okay, leave it out. I think it's
Oh,
'cause I
that's
got
what
Got that
matters.
Angmar- well, that's great, isn't it?
Really important.
I think it's because I was looking at the
With
So,
There we.
Sam, do not think if my position would be to put him below Radagast, do you think he's not in the silly nervous category?
he's just so many points for like if you deploy 20, you need him in combat, so you don't actually get all your casting off all the time unless you're using heroic moves, and then you're taking him at least probably 800 points. Even then, that's maybe not enough points.
You
probably,
take a Taskmaster for 55 points, and then you have unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited might, baby.
yeah, so that's a great dream world, and you may have got 8 might for using Sauron in one game. However, that is not always.
No, that's how it is every game. Trust me.
okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Viewers, trust me.
The question is, would you be more scared of playing against a Loth army with Celeborn or a Barrow army?
I'd be way scared seeing Saruman over Radagast.
Saruman.
No, sorry, Sauron.
That's not the question.
Whoopsie.
For
You'd be more
400
scared-
points, you need to be able to cast.
Saruman.
He doesn't
Saruman.
cast all the time because you need him in combat for 400 points. That's the
But he
thing.
casts quite a lot of the time though.
Yeah, but you can cast a lot before you get to combat because you have that range.
Yeah.
You can, but
And
then
then when you get to combat, you can still mince people.
yeah, but it's a case of like, say if you
Love that from you, James.
can if
Yeah.
you chill soul, you can either if it's on a 4, you can maybe just throw 1 dice at resisting it, or sometimes you could just if you really don't care, you could let it go off and then fate it and spend mark on the fate, and then you still have your will to resist the compel or whatever.
But it also just murders horses. Like you can't resist it on a horse.
Yeah.
You can't resist it on like you just have to take the fact that you are going to take a wound. Like trading a
Yeah.
fate point for a free point of will. Are you mad? That's such a good trade.
Yeah,
for
but
Sauron.
you could protect your heroes or hide your hero before combat, and then when you get into combat, then bring them
Not
out.
from 24 inches. You can't.
Yeah, you totally
I mean-
cannot just hide them the entire time.
No, but like once you reach combat, and then if Sauron is just chill soul your hero whilst you're in combat, then that's totally
But
fine.
you got to remember, if Sauron, you're assuming kind of that Sauron loses every single move roll off. If he wins a move roll off, he chills souls and then also gets into combat. So
Yeah.
he gets to do both of his fantastic rolls.
But
Yeah.
you still don't win every move off.
So you win 50 of the move
Okay,
rolls.
so how many you say you have 6 or 7 turns? Because realistically,
Yeah.
you're playing this guy at 800 points plus. Let's say you have 7 turns,
But
which
you,
is probably
you could
generous.
play him just Sauron and a captain, which I think you could play
Yes.
him at.
Not great.
I think you could play him at realistically 700 points with Sauron and a captain, and you could do that.
You could.
Just Sauron and a captain.
Sauron and a captain, 250 points of orcs.
You get shot to shit, and then you
No,
probably
because
spend a point about to
Your
march with.
chill
No,
soul.
you
is
you
24
stay out of
inches.
24 inches and you just walk in and you keep chill souling them.
Yeah.
They got
James
strength
knows.
2 bows, they can't wound you.
You just walk up
it's,
to Sauron.
it's, it's AOJ plus, and you get all your orcs just die. I don't know. I'm happy to put him.
No, because you never put if they've got good shooting, as James said, you just walk Sauron forward and go dead, 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 dead,
Yeah.
dead every single turn.
Bruh. Let's see where other people want to put him.
Yeah.
What is the consensus so far? Who wants him where?
So me and James want him below Radagast.
Oh no, I
in
want him above
Silly Man.
Radagast.
Oh, let's go, Sauron.
Okay, so James and Ash are above Raddy. Sam's below.
Let's go. Ash has been grouped in with me.
Okay, Vince.
I think he's below Elrond, above Gandalf the White.
Nah, you're mental, Vince.
Adam.
I think he's bottom of silly nervous.
Yeah.
Yes!
Let's go!
I think he's going below Raddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a better caster than Celeborn. Like that is obviously that's the
100%.
best caster in the game. But like,
we know that.
yeah, but it's just he's 400 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah,
it's
it's
not
really
breaking, mate.
ridiculous.
Sam,
So
that
we can say
is
better than Celeborn. for
rinse
400 points.
it.
I think he's there. I'm happy with him there. To be fair,
Yeah. Okay,
Pretty
we'll move
I
on for now.
thought Adam loves Celeborn, and I'm surprised he's put him above Celeborn.
No, I do like Celeborn, but
Didn't seem like it when I suggested he was good.
he's only got 3 will.
Do that, James.
just 400 points of just being tagged off. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
400 points.
Ash,
It's
when you
cheap.
played
Fluff-
Elliot
he
Clode,
fluffs so much in
No,
combat.
that's
The
cheap
bar-
for what you
he's a
get,
bargain.
Let's be fair.
Ash, when you played Elliot Clode at the Wolf's Head, didn't his Sauron in contest literally not kill a single model?
His Sauron didn't kill a single model, but that's because he's a bad player.
is that because he was tagged every time?
Without any heroics.
Did he lose every move off and was tagged?
No, I was skillful and had skillage.
What did you do? How did you?
You won
tag
roll-offs.
him
I
off?
transfixed him every single turn with a 1d6. Let's
Ah.
go.
Classic
That's
Ash Morgan on his way to win another 100.
That's 400 points right there. Fair play.
Love it. Okay, moving on. We have Sauron the Necromancer.
Dog.
That's a Goble tier model right there.
Ooh.
Nah, he's above Gildor, I think.
No, he's definitely
Yeah,
not
Man,
above
he's not better
Gildor.
than Arwen.
I think he is better than Arwen, actually.
Better than fucking Arwen.
He's
Yeah,
so
he's-
not.
So I
Fine,
used him.
above Arwen.
I used him at Chaos and Ardor, and I had such a good time. However, he moved 6 inches, and those spells are maximum 12, and you're paying
does have-
250.
I think he does have a couple 18-inch spells.
He doesn't. Not a
totally
single
doesn't.
18-inch spell.
I'll give the fact that he's good. He's better. He's got a legion that makes him better. No,
But he's
Here's a
incredibly
legion that makes
sad
him
to use sometimes.
acceptable, and he's still not very good.
I'm totally.
yeah, that's why he's above Arwen.
I mean, 18-inch.
He's not though.
18-inch Harbinger. Sorry. I knew there was.
That's all Harbinger.
Is that
What do you mean?
Shit.
An 18-inch Harbinger?
I knew there was something that was 18 inches.
Boom.
So he's better than Arwen. I'm sorry, James. Like, let's allow it.
Are we thinking here above
Yeah,
Lady Night or
next.
no? No.
Let's go to
Got
the next
Curse on a
lemon
4+.
model.
That is a horrendous take.
He's
I
got
mean, you never
curse,
see
mate.
Arwen. I mean,
Yeah,
you never
Curse
see
what
what
about
takes
Cu-
away fate. He's not even doing a wound with that.
We're
Oh,
on
yeah.
about casters. Come on.
Yeah,
you
he
have
can-
to admit that the Necromancer is a better caster
Yeah,
than
when
Arwen.
it's not just caster.
I mean, okay,
Yeah, but what does
you have to
Arwen bring
remember,
that's that much more?
He makes the Unholy Resurrection a 2+ in the Legion. He actually can be okay in the Legion when it comes to having 2 attacks. He's fairly good leader.
He does have
He's
25.
Depends on how
fairly
well
good
you roll on
leader.
the fate.
Yeah, he's got a lot of will to be as Fate.
He does
he's
have
the-
Drained Soul as well.
He's got the finger of death.
Morgul Blading.
He's
He's-
got the cheese touch.
He's
He literally has the cheese touch.
You've got the cheese.
Sauron's got the cheese touch.
Easy.
Yeah, he's there. He has some redeeming qualities, but they're not in the model itself. It's more in the Unholy Resurrection for those stupid race. But
Yes, the best part about him is not even about him.
he does have good spells, although he is 250 points.
Yeah, they are good. With 25 will. Yeah. Okay. So the Necromancer is going above Arwen at the bottom of Nervous. Moving on, we have the Witch King of Angmar.
Above, let's just put him top 11, yeah.
He's just
This
going to
is
be
the
the best
best
model.
caster in the game, above Círdan, #1 caster.
That feels quite
Yeah.
easy. I feel he fits.
No one's
there.
arguing with that.
No, he's going above Círdan, very top of Lemon, which I assume he will stay there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Most likely. Okay, moving on.
Let's be fair. He's the best caster in the game. I mean, if the viewers want to hear our opinions on him for the 1000th time, he is so cheap. He has a reroll. He has 3 attacks. He has the best spells in the game. He also is strength 4. You can give him 3 might points for 15 points. You can give him 3 fate points for 15 points. His ability to be customizable is off the Richter scale. Like, everything he does is amazing. He's so cheap. You can make him super low points. You can give him loads of will, make him super high points. You can add him a Felbeast. You can give him a Morgul Blade. Like,
so he's
this guy
versatile.
here.
That's the word Ash is looking for there. Instead of all that spiel, he's versatile.
And on that note, we will move
Bless
on
you, James.
to
Thank you.
the generic Ringwraith.
That's a pretty silly nervous model.
I think Ringwraiths are fucking good.
Lemon.
I think Bob
Generic
was
one.
nervous. Yeah.
Bottom of.
I think it's.
I think
I
a
think it's
normal
better than
Ringwraith has a
Sauron.
lot more uses than Sauron.
Yeah.
I'd argue it's better than Saruman the White.
Yeah, I think it's Lemon.
I don't think it's better than Saruman the White.
No,
I do think it's better than Radagast.
I think it's better.
No,
than
I
Sauron.
5
think-
points
for
for
sure.
281.
I think it is better,
March.
better than Saruman.
The fact that March is really good. The fact that you
March
can
281 on a wraith with and it combined with other wraiths can lead troops of 12. Like, yeah, he's better.
Yeah,
than
they're really
Saruman.
good.
How much is a
So,
281?
again, it's so
budget?
85
versatile.
points. 85 points with 281 wraith on horse.
That's
And
fucking
cheap
outrageous.
and got March.
That is such
And-
good value with
Yeah,
March.
it's only
But-
you're only casting a couple of spells, really.
Yeah, you cast 4 spells. That's 4 turns of 2 dicing spells of transfix. But that is still, with March, that's still really good. Really good
Yeah.
utility.
If you've got a
Harbinger,
Black
if
Numb
you have-
front line as well, like
yeah.
Harbinger's there the whole game. Late game,
And-
it's affecting courage.
If you go down to 1 will and then you sit at the back of the board with courage 6, and you hope that you roll a 4 on your courage test.
Courage 6, not courage 5, as one of our
Yeah.
recent flat reps
Yeah.
has, I believe.
Yeah, you roll a 4 on
Yeah.
your courage test and you're fine.
Classic Elliot, not knowing the rules.
And Denby.
Is
Uh,
your model?
Yes.
I'm not even opposed to putting in Bomb 11, to be honest with you.
Budget
don't
rates
think it's
are
quite
really
Bomb
good.
11.
Is it better than Gandalf? In certain use cases, like
He's 95 points cheaper.
Yeah. a lot more bang for your buck.
But he's only
I think it's
going to do like 3 or 4 spells. Got to think
Yeah.
of that.
Enough though.
Yeah, but I think that's all you need to win a game.
And
So,
like, can you really?
I
expect
agree
him
if he's
more-
a secondary caster.
Yeah, he fills that role of
Yeah.
what he
Okay,
is.
so you're building a very specific list, and if you look at lists that have won events, the basic Ringwraith just isn't in it because you take Witch King, maybe Shadow Lord, Witch King, probably Mouth.
Jakob's taken one quite a lot recently with Spider
Yeah,
Queen.
he's a mouth alternative. It's just that he doesn't have the
He doesn't have the killing power.
killing power. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Double
So-
Compel was like really, really good.
and he doesn't have the staying power as well.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
I
nowhere
mean,
near as good as a Mouth.
I'm gonna put when we get to the mouth, I'm gonna put the mouth above the wraith. But I still think the wraith is where Sam said initially above Saruman the White in the Silly Nervous
But
category.
how can you put him that high when you never see them taken apart from Jakob's taken him a couple of times?
But you see him taken more, and he's able to be taken at more points levels than
Yeah,
Saruman
he's a
the
lot
White,
more
Radagast,
versatile.
and
Yeah.
Sauron. He's so much more versatile than that,
I
unfortunately.
do agree.
Alan.
Yeah, I don't like Tom Bombadil being there.
Yeah, he's still upsetting me.
No,
We just
Tom
put him next to
Bombadil
Goldberry,
deserves to be
please.
there.
He needs to be next to
No,
Goldberry.
if you're going to put Goldberry next to Tom Bombadil, move Goldberry up into the Silly Nervous
It's like
category.
Ash is the only one who wants Tom Bombadil to be there. Is he going
Oh,
down?
Elliot, you're such a killjoy. Tom Bombadil is a nervous gamer.
No one seems that bothered apart from you. So mate.
Right. If you don't play the Tom Bombadil music right now, I'm going to be angry.
Get your tissues out, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it seems like they're
Idiot.
fine.
I mean a river.
So are we fine with the Wraith being there? Does anyone want him up or down?
No, that's a good place for him.
I think it's better than Gandalf the Grey.
For all the points you pay, he is, I don't know. He's so
I
good.
think he's either there.
He
or-
might be better than Gandalf. Like, non-ironically,
He's
he
either
might
there
be
or
better.
not. I
Go
think
on,
the-
Sam, say it. Go on, Sam. It's short. Go on, say it.
Yeah, no. I don't hate it. I could see him above Gandalf because he's. If you really don't need to cast it, you can just one dice transfix and you get more spells out of him.
Do that a lot throughout the game.
Yeah, and the fact he brings Harbinger 85 points, March to yeah.
I think any list you're bringing him in, you've already got Harbinger though. I don't think that's a huge factor.
You could bring him in specifically
Yeah.
for that though.
I think it's because
Yeah,
it's
you
also
could.
you can spread your Harbinger. Like Harbinger does,
Which
it is 12 inches, and yeah, but depending if you're playing, I don't know, Divide and Conquer or something, you can really cover the entire board.
Let's say you didn't
Yeah,
want
sure.
to run the Witch King, like you want to run a Black Nun front line without the Witch King for whatever reason, then you're saving 85 points essentially. Yes, obviously the Witch King is way better, but you're still getting a lot of the casting value for half the points. Obviously, you're not getting the crown and things, but you can still do the same sorts of plays and things. You still get the Harbinger on your front line, and then you've got another 80-ish points to play around with.
It's like if you're going budget like Shagrat and then Black
Yeah.
Nuns, Wraith, Black Nuns.
During the race,
Rama took it.
we were looking at Dave Farmer's 450 point list Into the West, where he had a Wraith, Gorbag, and Shagrat, and like 30 models of 450,
Yeah,
which is pretty good.
I don't mind it being above Gandalf the Grey.
James and Adam,
I think it's just there it is personally.
I think it's fine now.
because I know Vince wants him above. I'm going to leave him there because Ash isn't here to cast his vote right now. Moving on, we have the Tainted. Now, I do actually have up, so we did.
I was going to say, can you remind us of what they all do?
We did rank these in our
Mm.
Mordor tier list, but
So
obviously-
Tainted is the one that stops people calling moves or stand.
Stops the warriors being
Yeah,
affected.
stops the warrior
So
being
the
effective.
hero can still do it, but it's
Yeah.
not going to affect the warrior.
So we're onto all of the named Wraith profiles from Angmar and Mordor. So we did already rank the Mordor ones in the Mordor tier list, and we put the Tainted in dog. But obviously,
He's definitely not dog.
things kind of change now. Well, I mean, we put
In this thing here, he is. I think he just is better than. I think he's better than Saruman the White again. I don't know.
What?
So he's moved from dog to silly nervous.
No way.
I think you're underrating Saruman the White now.
You've had. Well, I don't understand because you used to love Saruman. Now you
What's going on?
took Gandalf and you've been turned by the Grey.
It's not like I don't. It's not like I don't like Saruman. It's the fact
Turned
By the Grey.
so it's just so many points for not. I think it's the wizards that lead troops is. It's such a big difference.
Yeah.
That is only part of what we're looking at, though.
Yeah, but it weighs so heavily towards.
It does, but the majority of this you're putting Saruman the White in. You've already got a lot of spam warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then is that list any good?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. Unless you're
Maybe,
playing
not with survivors, which is what you've used it with, but in other armies, definitely yes.
But then you're playing at 1,000 points, and that's it.
No, you're not.
Give me a list that would take Saruman the White. That's you're not.
Give me a
You
playing.
list
could
that
have
would take the
mid-tiered
Tainted.
spam.
Yeah, so that's minimum 800, and then that's not even that amazing at 800.
Yeah.
I think you're just being very negative, Sam.
By that virtue, Sam, give me a list that would take the Tainted.
Well, he's the second best Wraith in Angmar by far.
But are you
There are only
really
three,
running
though.
a second
There's
Wraith
only
in Angmar?
3, and one of them's the Witch King.
Yeah.
So
Like
that means literally nothing.
you could easily take the Tainted
Yeah,
in a
Sam, that
Mordor
was a bad
list as
point.
well. People do rate the Tainted. I think the rule for that, within 6 you can't.
It's
hear it
definitely a good
on
rule.
you.
It's just not better than Saruman the White.
No. Yeah.
I think just because the Witching is so good, that's why you don't see him as much.
Yeah, we need to look at the Tainted against these other models in this tier list.
I
But
think
he's
he
got
goes
good
in
casting.
nervous.
Where in Nervous, Anna?
I'd put him just above the Necromancer.
Nah, he's definitely better than that.
He's so much better.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with Adam. He's not better than any of the other casters. That's where he belongs.
Maybe he's better than Gandalf
This
the
is
White.
literally just
I
because
think he's
Witch
the
King is
bottom
so
of Silly
good.
Nervous.
This is because the Witch King is so good. That is why.
We are all over the place.
No, I prefer Celeborn to him.
I don't know how I'm going to draw.
Yeah,
this
Celeborn is
consensus.
better.
I mean, I think Celeborn should be higher anyway, but I think the Tainted should be above Celeborn.
Do we think bottom of Silly Nervous? Is that where we're rounding off?
That's where I think it should be, yeah.
You guys think he should be?
Yeah,
some-
I think he's way down in nervous, just a mid tier.
Why, though?
He's never taken. He's not good enough.
That's because he is good enough. It's just the Witch King is infinitely better. That's the problem. He is good. But
Isn't
the
this
Witch
the guy
King
that
is
has
just-
no mic points?
He does have mic
No,
points.
that's the
He
Dwimmerlaik.
totally does have
He
mic
literally has mic
points.
points. He's not two-handed like the Dwimmerlaik. He's actually got good casting. He's got a good rule. He is way better than the Dwimmerlaik and is
Yeah.
really
He's
good.
absolutely fine. That's why we're saying he's like nervous.
But he's
Nah.
better than nervous. That's the thing.
He is better, yeah.
It's just the Witch King is so OP. It's tainted everyone's
It's
mind.
tainted everyone's views.
How's he worse than?
Nah,
How's
the
he
Witch
worse
King
than
ain't
Sauron?
OP.
Like
He's not worse than Sauron.
as a support wraith, if you're just looking at it from the model itself, it is good. But then you go, but the Witch King,
Yeah, Sam, you're sort of swaying me. I'm thinking, yeah, like
The only thing I'm thinking is in an Angmar list, you kind of want people to try and charge you to get value out of your terror, and he does stop that.
it's more for the standfast.
Yeah.
Because you break them late game, and then regardless, you go, okay, you're not going to take standfast. All your warriors, yeah. Like, yeah, I think the Witch King is just on everyone's minds that it produces
Yeah.
so massively, but it shouldn't.
I think we should vote. So I want to put him at the bottom of Silly Nervous. Who else agrees with that?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Vince, Adam,
Sam just doesn't want him low.
He
I wanna
needs
put
to
him
be
in
in silly
nervous.
nervous, like as a caster.
So Adam and Ash think low down in Nervous. Vince, where are you landing?
Yeah, silly nervous.
Silly
Yeah.
Nervous.
Oh,
So he's going underneath Sauron in Silly Nervous or
we've
above.
been outvoted, Adam. What we
I
do.
think above, but
Right. With the Mordor players, we actually know what he does.
Not in the
This
Mordor
is true.
list.
He's in the
This
Angmar.
is true.
Yeah,
He's
you
not
take
in
him
the
in the.
Mordor
Yeah, I don't
list.
think you'd ever take him in the Mordor list. You'd always run him in with Angmar.
Because who'd have thought that the Witch King and Shadowlord are better?
We'll leave him there for now. We will move on to the aforementioned Dwimmerlaik.
He's the
He's
might
not-
point guy, right?
Previously, we had next to the Tainted in Dog
Yeah.
in the Mordor tier list.
He has to be two-handed, and he's dog.
Just for the one time I've played him, I killed him on a double six with 2 shots. I think he belongs at the bottom.
I mean, that could have been any of them.
Yeah, that is
It was
so
the John Lake's
true.
fault, I promise.
It was
Whereabouts
all
in
the John
Dog
Lake's
do
fault.
we think? Does anyone not want him in Dog?
No, he is dog. The two-handed weapon.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Although it is a case of, why do you care if he's not in combat? But it's just it's so bad.
Well, it just gives you the option, isn't it? All the wraiths give you the option to spring out of a combat. Fight 5.
2 attacks, fight 5, yeah. But with the -1 is just shit. So whereabouts in Dog do we think? At the bottom or?
I mean, it's probably still the top of Dog because he is still a wraith. But
Yeah.
I
Above
think he's got
Gildor?
okay casting values as well, to be fair.
He
Yeah.
is so much worse than Tom Bombadil. You are not telling me that a model with a two-handed weapon that is absolutely dog shit with no.
yeah, but he can actually go into combat and kill stuff, unlike Tom
Absolutely
Bombadil.
going in.
No, Tom Bombadil stands in front of him, and this Ringwraith goes. Never mind.
Oh,
He can't do anything. Tom Bombadil is better than Sharkey. I can't believe you've put him. He's not next to Goldberry. Goldberry is so much worse because you have to take Tom Bombadil with her. The fact you can take
surely
Tom
that's an
Bombadil-
advantage of Goldberry then in your stance.
No, because obviously you have to take Tom Bombadil, which means you have those points that are not able to take.
If he's
on other
that
points.
good,
he is great.
Actually,
He is great.
You're the only one advocating for Tom Bombadil to move up, so
Why didn't you
He's
take
so
him
much
in
better than
Seraph, Sash?
I will next year.
take
If he
him.
wasn't banned everywhere because he was so overpowered.
he's not banned at
He's not-
as many events as you think.
I don't think he's bad at the finale. And why aren't you taking him to there?
Because the list submission already has been and gone, and
I'm sure you
have
could
been a
ask
very
for
busy
So
Alice
boy.
OP,
again.
and if he's not, he's not banned,
Right.
why don't you take him?
Let's talk to
When
World
it-
Champion right now. If you will let me change the list
To Tom
on a
Bombadil.
day after submission, I will take Tom Bombadil to the finale.
First of all, it's Ali running it. That's
It's
the-
Ali, yeah.
And second of
So
all,
why is Will putting up all the posts about
'Cause he's-
list
Because
submissions?
it's at his place,
he's
right?
organising it as a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ali's running it.
Okay.
Ali's doing this submission.
Will and Alistair, who's also needs to reply to us, but that's besides the point.
Okay, Ash, if the finale didn't, or if it affected your score for how well you do in the league, would you then do the same thing? Would you take Tom?
Yeah, because he's a goat model.
Say it on your mum's life.
Genuinely, he'll be banned from the finale because he's so overpowered.
He's not overpowered. Moving on, we have
Wrong.
Khamûl,
Come on.
who previously we ranked right.
This
in the-
one is better than the Tainted, but worse than Sauron. Go next.
No, he's not. He's worse than.
Guys, what does Khamûl do?
He's a bad caster, but
He's a terrible card.
he is fight 6 naturally, and
Oh, so he's the one who
Right.
gets the will points back for killing
fight
people.
5, but he can spend a point of will to increase to fight 6, and
Yeah,
also
he's not
And
increase
he's
his
got
attacks.
strike.
Yeah.
And he can increase his attacks, which is actually relevant on the horse.
Yeah. So if you're going up against fight 4 or lower, you can increase your attacks instead of your fight value, but you have the option.
You can do both.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
can do both. I thought it was
Well,
only one or the other.
No. You do as much as you want, but it's still only one will point, and then you recover will points for every kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him. I take him on Fell Beast. Well, I used to. It's good fun.
Where do we think he lands in the tier list, though?
In the
Adam
rule, it
is
doesn't
coming
say that you can
up.
increase both. It doesn't say you can
I'm
increase
not
both.
sure it does from memory.
Oh, Adam out here cheating.
Additionally, Khamûl may spend a single point of will at the start of the fight phase before heroic actions are declared to increase either his fight value, strength, or attack number 1
Yeah, no.
for the remainder of the phase. Note that if
Adam,
he is
what
mounted,
have you
Khamûl
done?
will-
Adam.
Well,
That's
I
Adam
wasn't
is
pulling
cheating
an Elliot
because-
Killing
most
Lord
scoring points.
With the Shadow Lord.
So
Unless-
actually,
unless
what you
it's
do,
FAQ'd, but
I didn't think
So-
of it.
so boys, what I did was I always upped his fight value because you end up not increasing anything else anyway. Because when you take him on Fell Beast, the only thing you need is the fight.
True that, Adam. But
So you
that is
play
a bit
by the
sus
rules.
from you, mate.
Yeah, that was hella sus.
So yeah, fair enough. I got it wrong because I've never used someone horse.
He's bad. He's real bad.
Yeah, he's not.
He's
correct.
not.
I'm
He's
not
not
sure he's
real
that
bad.
bad.
No,
Like,
you take him on.
I'd still say
the
he's better than
only-
Necromancer.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, but he's still yeah. Like out of the
He's
race.
the only wraith you take on Fell Beast, and he gets better. And he's not
Witch
like a
King.
waste of 50 points.
he may be one of the only ones that gets better on a Veil Beast because you can increase his.
Because he then becomes
He's killing.
a strength 5, 2 attack, flying, fight 6 model.
Yeah, with
He
the
actually-
regenerative ability, the Fell Beast makes him
Yeah,
much
it's
better.
pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
He's the one wraith that you take on Fell Beast and go, uh-oh, this guy's scary.
Maybe thinking above Gandalf the White. Not gonna lie.
I'd rather take Shagrat than this guy.
He's got a lot more use cases. though.
Where was the relevance of that?
Is
Like,
Shagrat
when-
fight 6?
He's 100. Shagrat is what 115.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is exactly.
115 points compared to 170 on Fell Beast. His casting is so bad.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
still
it's his
the option of
transfix.
casting.
Yeah, you can still compel things out and then charge it with the Fell Beast and hurl or
On a
combat
5+,
weapon.
if you think that's reliable, you'd
You
rather
just chuck
have
2
Witch-
dice at it.
Doesn't
that's
have to be
fine, you
reliable.
cast up
Let's
6
say
every
you-
single time.
It does have to be reliable to make him a good caster.
No, but I wasn't
Yeah.
saying he has to be a good caster, but he has the option to chuck as much will as he needs.
Because
Yeah.
he's always going to
To do
regenerate
a
it when
really
he's
good fight.
murdering people.
Yeah,
You gotta be careful with that though, because you're still spending 1 in combat.
Yeah,
of course. I'm not saying that you can do it every other turn, but like,
So-
Yeah,
the
that's
option is
basically
there.
a 3 point of will every turn if you kill them 2 models.
No, it's not, because if you're upping your fight value as well, that's 2 points. you're
Oh yeah,
spending.
if you have to do that as well, yeah, sure.
you're throwing
I
3
don't
to
think you can
compel.
do either. You can do one or the other. You can't do both. You can do either one or the other. I think
Do what?
What?
you can only spend 1 point of will and upgrade either your fight value.
Yeah. Well, that was.
No, but
that
it's
was
saying
what
when
we
he's-
were
when you
talking
do a
He
about.
wound
still
on
has
model, get it back.
Will of Evil,
Yeah.
so he's spending 2
do
points
one
if
as
you're
well,
going to do that.
Yeah, to go into combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you spend 3 will and then you're spending up in your fight value and you're in Will of Evil, that's 5 will first, and he has 12.
Better be killing 5 guys.
You better be murdering real fast because
Yeah.
Yeah, but say
Yeah.
you only do like 2 of those compels a game, and then you call out a couple of heroic
Really good.
combats, you are getting that will back.
A couple of heroic combat, like you're not botching as well, then I
Right.
presume.
yeah,
No, obviously not, Adam.
I think
And
he's
you're never
fine
calling a
there.
heroic move with them because you should be taking Guritz or someone else.
I don't think James and I are trying to advocate that you can do these plays with him like a lot and that they're very reliable, but there are some pretty janky plays that you could do with him, and the option is there to get the will back. Like, he isn't that bad. I'd
I
probably
think he's
put,
there. I think he's fine there personally.
Yeah,
I'd put
that's
him
fine,
above
but-
Gandalf the White.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, he's better than
Yes,
Gandalf the White.
He's better than Gandalf the White.
He's better than Gandalf
I think
the
there's
White.
a lot more use cases where we have 4 people there for above Gandalf the White. So
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Morby poo.
and that's where we're going to put him. Moving on, we have whichever
model.
one that is. Which one's that?
The Knight of Umbar.
That's the Dark Marshal, isn't it?
Not that is the Dark Marshal. Yeah.
Nah.
Who previously in our Mordor tier list, where did we put the Knight of Umbar? I think at the bottom.
It's the Dark Marshal, not the Knight of Umbar.
Sorry, the Dark Marshal. Excuse me. At the bottom of Nervous.
I really like this guy.
Is he the banner one?
So he's
Yeah.
banner and fight 6.
But no strike this time, which is
No
right.
strike doesn't affect heroes, the banner.
True.
No,
Does it affect him?
no.
No. His
That's
casting's
seven.
okay. I'd put him.
If you guys like the basic Wraith, right?
Yeah.
So if you upgrade the basic Wraith to 214-2, this guy is. How many points is that? That's like
281 is 85. So adding 4 more. I'd do 14 to, so 6 more will. So
That's
30. And then another effect, so 35 points extra. So 120.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's the same price. So you're basically getting fight 6 for free and the banner for free.
You
Yeah, but
you're
no
taking
one's
horse,
ever
surely.
upgrading a Wraith like that.
Yeah, surely you're going for horse.
The thing is, though, it isn't for free because you're getting a lot more value out of it, but you're having to spend a lot more points you might not want to spend. You can still get
Yeah. That's the whole
really
point of
good
the budget,
value out of
right?
it
The fact that it
cheaper
is
rate.
budget.
Yeah. No. I get that.
God.
I'm just saying comparatively,
like yeah.
this guy's pretty good.
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
I'd put him below the Tainted personally.
No, he's better than the Tainted. He casts
What,
well.
what's
He
what's
casts
his
just as
casting
well.
values?
He's casting pretty good.
He's good.
Translation
Good
of 3,
caster.
Compare 1
Good
of 4.
caster. Okay, so yeah, he's a good
He's
caster.
fight 6. He's really good on a Fell Beast.
Yeah, but
See,
then
Yeah,
he's
fair
not
enough.
Strike.
then he's
Like,
170
Goldberry
points.
stands in front of him, strikes is the higher fight.
What? But yeah, that's why you have
Won't
the
be
good
striking when
casting
you're
hash.
transfixed.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa!
Probably you'd be running a fair amount of if you're running him with the banner, with like a black num frontline, for example, you're wanting to keep him fairly static, no? So putting him on a Fell Beast might not.
You stick him in the
Fell
middle of
Beast
the line.
comes out late game.
True.
He's
Yeah,
only
once the line's
170
done the work.
points, and it's like
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. I think I personally put him below the Tainted, but
What do people think here? Above Celeborn?
No, he's below Celeborn.
No, definitely not. He's
I-
he's worse
I
than
think he's
Khamûl.
definitely in the nervous tier.
Yeah.
worse than
He's worse than Khamûl. He's better than.
You think above Gandalf the White?
Yeah, that's
he's
fine.
worse than Khamûl.
No, he's better than Khamûl. I think
No,
he's.
he's
I think he's in between Celeborn and Elrond.
the fact he doesn't have strike makes him so bad.
Yeah,
Khamûl's
but in the way
ability
you're
to
using
strike-
him, he doesn't need it.
Maybe not.
You're taking a Wraith not for their ability to strike.
The fact that you've got a fight 6 Wraith with strike in Khamûl means a lot more than having a fight 6
Yeah.
Wraith without strike.
Yeah, but having
you're not
that
taking a
banner.
Wraith for strike. I don't look at a Wraith and go, oh my god, he's got a strike. Lol, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
just
and that's
a lot
why-
better with Khamûl, the way that he works as a Wraith profile. But yeah, like you don't need it on every Wraith in that way.
Fine, leave him there. Next,
Leave him there.
Shadow Lord. Lemon.
Gandalf
What do you mean,
White.
fine, leave him there? No, he needs to go up.
Yeah, the fact he's below Khamûl is criminal.
No, he's definitely worse than Khamûl.
Are we
Oh,
putting him
I
that way?
agree.
Is
Viewers-
your reason for him being worse literally just because he doesn't have strike?
Yes.
That is horrendous, but fair enough. That's
Leave
so
him there
bad.
above Khamûl for now, and we'll move on to Shadow Lord.
Nah, Gulliver doesn't have strike. He's knocked him on him.
Like, oh no, my Wraith.
but
I'm
good-
taking for magic. Doesn't have strike.
Like 7 no strike. Oh my god, crash.
Like, what?
If only Adam was here, he'd agree. Never mind.
I'm here.
Let's go.
The
was
Shadow
getting
Lord,
weird.
folks, where is he going?
I think
silly
the Shadow Lord
nervous.
is better
Mhm.
than Gandalf the Grey.
I'd say he's about on par with Gandalf the Grey. I don't mind if he goes above or below him.
I think I agree with that, to be fair.
I think the fact he's the only evil model that gives you the blinding light functionality in evil
The
potentially
pool of
puts him in the lemon.
darkness.
Still a good caster.
Potentially puts him in the lemon category.
12-inch black dart as well. It's really good.
Is
He does not have a 12-inch black dart.
That was a good point.
Elliot, how long did you cheat in the GBHL with that rule?
Only like one event and like 10
I know
practices.
1 year.
Oh, only like one event. Jeez.
I don't hate it being underneath Saruman, to be honest.
I think genuinely the fact that his Paul of Darkness special rule puts him in the lemon
Which
category.
Saruman, Sam?
The lemon one. I don't hate
In
that.
the lemon tier.
No, I
Yeah.
don't hate it either. He's either above Gandalf.
I don't think he's quite lemon.
It's just the fact it's the only way to get blinding light in quotation marks in evil, and he's got good casting values.
Yeah.
And he's 130 points. That's really cheap.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Chuck him below Saruman. I think that's good. Next.
I
Does
guess
anyone
it's a case
against
of
him being in lemon?
I guess it's a case of is there shooting? Do you really need it if you have D6 everywhere?
No.
If there's no assault on Helm's Deep,
Exactly.
maybe
If you
not.
don't, then he's still a really good Wraith. Like, I think it's the security of having it is still really good. Like, if you play a whole 6-game event and you only really need it once, like,
Yeah,
you still feel pretty good that you had it for that one game.
Even if you don't have it, like you can play, for example, I played at unnumbered tiers. Excuse me, the Iron Hills Ballista, which is pretty good, and the fact that the guy I was playing only hit on a 6, like even niche examples like that. If you play against siege weapons, if you play against any form of crossbows, even like elf shooting can be quite annoying.
Yeah, good shooting's
I-
always pretty good.
I think it is a lemon category model.
And yeah, to be able to take that way is really good. We put him in lemon in our Mordor heroes tier list, so I think we'll leave him at the bottom for now. Moving on, we have the Undying, who previously, where did we put the Undying? In Nervous, I think.
I have no idea what this wraith does.
He just doesn't
He
die.
never dies.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen it on the table.
James
I'm not
is in
trying,
the name Undying.
Oh,
So if
Don't
you have
know.
loads of race, he's okay because you basically gain a will point for every successful cast from
Yeah.
another model within 6 inches.
okay.
And he uses his will points as fate. So
Does it have to
What
be a wraith,
class?
or is it just any model?
another
Caster.
friendly, just another model within 6.
Him, Witch King, Musga, Mouth, the finale. I'm taking.
Yeah, stick him in a little cheeky triple transfix. That's pretty naughty.
Oh, you actually had it.
No.
He's got
Oh,
good. He's got good
that'd be good.
casting. A 6 inch black dart, which is never good.
Oh,
But I think he's. I think he's better than Khamûl.
Yeah, he is.
no, I don't think he's better.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's
He
near.
isn't better than
He's
Khamûl.
situational because you need to build a list around him.
Yeah,
However, I think if you
and even then, you're relying on successful cast rolls.
but if you take
If you
if you're
build
taking
the
a
list
Witch King,
around-
Shadow Lord, or Basic Wraith him, you should get pretty successful cast rolls pretty often.
Yeah, I think if you build a list around him,
It's
it's
the fact you have to spend a will point to do that. So you need at least, even if you have, you
Yeah.
need him and 2 casters. He then spends a will point, and you only gain 1 will point back if those 2 successfully cast. It's like a shit roll.
I
He's
think
not-
if he casts,
No,
as
Does
well,
his? Yeah, I was going
He-
to say, does his own cast
No,
count
yeah,
to it?
Yes, his own casting works.
it does.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
I think you can be more
It's
consistent
still a shit roll though.
if you.
Does
if
it
you build
work? Does it work like
that?
that?
What does it say? Friendly models.
So
If it does,
whenever
then yeah.
a friendly model casts a spell,
Yeah,
within
it
6
totally
inches,
does count then, yeah.
No.
He is a friendly model.
The
He's a friendly
Undying
model.
regains 1 will point for each magical power successfully cast by another model within 6 inches.
Oh,
There you go.
Aaron's
So
cheating with
my-
all of his wraiths.
So my initial analysis, of course, was correct, which means he's a terrible model.
Sorry,
Chuck
Adam.
Yeah,
him
he is
just
definitely
above.
terrible.
He's worse than Arwen. Nervous.
Oh,
You basically need to
that's-
take a Witch King and then like a mouth, because then you spend it, you cast 2, you go up 1, like you're neutral, and then you
really
cast.
bad. Only going
But
up
if you've already
8
got a Witch King
single
in a mouth,
will
what
points.
value are you actually getting from it?
Yeah. You know.
He's,
Nothing.
he's never gonna die.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's pretty dog shit.
That's a dog tier model.
I reckon.
He's worse than Gildor.
Oh no, he's got. Oh, he's
Oh.
got to be better than Dwimmerlaik, surely.
Whoa.
He's better than the Dwimmerlaik.
Not better than the
That two-handed
Dwimmerlaik.
weapon.
The
Going-
Dwimmerlaik can actually be good in certain situations. This guy, never.
No.
Yeah,
The
no,
Dwimmerlaik's-
James, you're so right.
Is he
Dwimmerlaik's
going
got to be.
underneath Arwen or underneath the Dwimmerlaik?
Mate, he's in the dog tier.
He's in the dog tier. 100%.
Going underneath the Dwimmerlaik? Here?
Yeah.
But
I
above
don't think he
Gildor?
goes any further down.
Above Gildor.
He never dies. He's got to be in nervous, surely.
Yeah, until you get into combat and you just kill him.
No,
He belongs-
wait. He's
He belongs-
definitely better than the Dwimmerlaik.
He
Yeah, that's
belongs
what I said.
next to The Dwimmerlaik.
How is he?
Dog?
Why
He's
is
the
he better
same.
than the
No,
Dwimmerlaik?
he's the same as the Dwimmerlaik, except he's better.
Except he
How?
doesn't have a 2-handed weapon.
He doesn't have a 2-handed weapon,
Yeah, but the Dwimmerlaik special rule can actually be very
and he
good.
has 2 might.
The Dwimmerlaik, you have to roll a 4+ every time you use it, and that's
Yeah, sure, but if you're only using it for that and you get 14 attempts at a 4+, it's gonna work.
Then
That drains your resources quicker than it drains the opponent.
yeah.
Something in
Yeah,
there.
but when their resources might and yours is will, it's a big difference.
In fact, it's a
But
50-50.
twice as
and then
much.
You need to be able to. You need to be casting
Depends
as
how
well in
well you roll,
Angmar.
but yeah, sure. I'd gladly trade 2 will for a might in a game.
You need
Yeah,
to be
but
casting as well in Angmar.
once you do that, yeah, a couple of casts and then a couple of those, all of a sudden you're down to like 8 will, and then what?
Yeah, that's still 8 will. That's a good chunk.
I'm fine with him there personally. But
Any objections for the Undying being at the top of dog right now?
No,
No,
fine.
No. Okay, we're going to move on to the Knight of Umbar.
this guy's
Oh,
a
God.
global.
We previously put at the
James Goble.
of Goble previously.
This guy is lemon.
This guy is the
He
worst.
can
race.
copy people's.
Oh, it was the mimicry one.
Abilities.
Yeah, he's dog shit.
It's
This
so
guy
bad.
is
The worst ability in the game. Spend a
The
point of will
fact-
to be just as good as someone.
like it's the fact that you then you say, "Oh, I'm going to use my combat mimicry and be the same fight value as Gil-galad. Oh my god, that's amazing!" Then Gil-galad strikes, becomes fight 10, and
Yeah,
your
Gil-galad's still
whole
got an
ability
elven
is
made
used.
weapon, so he's still favoured to win it.
So what you do is you transfix Gil-galad, and then Gil-galad just beats you on the Elven Blade roll.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This guy should combat mimicry people even when they strike, and then still he's not that good.
Let's think
Sure.
about how much will he would spend to do that just to lose the Elven Blade roll off. He would throw 2 dice at a transfix, maybe 1, but he's a bad caster, so he only casts on a 4-up.
Yeah, it's got to be 2.
So he's throwing 2
for that
dice.
75%
Then he's going into
chance.
combat. That's the 3rd one. Will of Evil. Then he's popping off his ability. That's 4 will just to lose in a fight.
An elven made roll.
That's
Yeah,
Good
only
game
loses-
design right there.
You only lose the point of will if he actually loses the fight. If he wins it, he keeps it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon your wraith, no?
Yeah, just roll that 1 or 2 on the roll off.
Nah, he's OP now.
So are we putting him at the top of Goble above the 2 Stormcallers?
Yes.
Better
Okay.
than Goldberry,
And
no?
the Stormcallers, though.
Better than Goldberry.
And
Yeah, better than
Worse
Goldberry.
than Goldberry.
Not against that.
100% worse than Goldberry.
Ah, he's definitely worse than Goldberry.
Okay, worse than
Let's
Goldberry.
go.
We're going to move on to the Betrayer, who we had worse
Oh, he's
than
quite good.
the Knight of Umbar in our Mordor.
Nah.
Oh, no, sorry, that's...
It's
That
That was
good
because
enough.
he was in the
Mordor.
Mordor tier list. In the
Yeah.
caster tier list, this guy's actually quite good.
Yeah. He is terrible at casting, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but we're thinking about him as an actual
Him with
model
his
within his list.
super wounding stuff.
The super wounding.
with the casting. Yeah. It's not a bad place to be.
I'd put him above Saruman the White.
Saruman the White has been Sam's
I actually don't
I-
mind him being
Oh, I
Saruman the White,
Don't think he's quite that high personally, just because
I mean-
casting is dog.
If he was
Mm.
genuinely in that range between Saruman the White and Sauron, even better than the Tainted, if you just put him below Sauron, that whole silly nervous range doesn't offend me.
I think he does
Yeah, I'm
more
okay
for
with
his-
that.
I think he does more for his army than something like the Tainted. Yeah, the
He
casting.
doesn't do more than his army. He doesn't do more for his
Does
army
anyone
than
do more
Sauron.
for their army than Sauron, though?
You have to
Yeah.
build around the Betrayer.
Yeah, but any.
Oh, yeah,
You
definitely.
can make really competitive lists. You can make more competitive lists if you surround the Betrayer with a good army than
Than you can with Radagast, I think,
and Sauron.
and definitely Sauron.
Yeah.
Vince,
So,
where are
is
you
he
putting him? Is
below-
Vince even still here?
No,
I
I'm
haven't heard Vince in a while.
Come on, Vince. Let's spew your opinions.
I think I just got worn out by the Ringwraith chat.
The Ringwraith chat is dead.
Join in, my friend.
TBH.
It's the last one.
He,
So.
he goes.
sapping your will.
Oh,
Lots of shamans, yeah. Things are turning up, guys.
Yeah, he goes above
Orc
Radagast.
Shaman. What a fucking.
Yeah.
Right, Vince has decided. Let's leave him there. Shame.
Where did Vince say? Sorry, what did you say?
Above Radagast, yeah.
Above Raddy there. Okay,
Yeah, cool.
fantastic. So below Saruman from the White Council, but above Raddy in Silly Nervous. Moving on from the generic rates, we have the Angmar Shaman,
Goble.
which has Wither and Instill Fear.
Mate, Instill
It's
Fear,
over.
that's nervous.
This might be the worst caster in our list. He is a Goble model.
Is he worse than the
Yeah.
Stormcallers?
He's not worse than the Stormcaller.
No,
Yeah,
he's
Cool
better than
Winds. Cool Winds is a better spell.
No, it's not.
Nah,
Nah, Wither's really good. Wither's good.
It's good.
Instill Fear is just a better version of.
Yeah, to get things
Coolwinds.
off objectives, it's really good.
Fine. Better than the Stormcaller. But he doesn't get that nervous special rule that if you roll a 6, you get the will back.
That's a good point.
I put him
Thank you.
in between the Stormcallers.
Elliot, roll a dice.
In
Elliot,
between
roll
the
Let's get his
Stormcallers.
enchanted blades.
Don't have a
but-
dice now.
Elliot, go and roll a dice right now.
I'll go get a dice.
If you roll a 6,
Oh, for fuck's
the
sake, can we finish
Stormcaller
this?
regains his will point and thus goes above the Angmar Orc Shaman.
I like
That's
that.
all I'm
I
saying.
like that.
He's
That's a good
there.
point.
He literally is right there. That's fine with him.
No, but if
Nah,
he
not
rolls
when
a
Elliot
6,
rolls the 6.
yeah, if he rolls a 6,
Right,
At least that's
I have an Angmar dice as well. Just to
Oh my goodness, that's so
Oh.
tappable.
I'm a tappable guy, Ash. You not noticed?
You literally love taps.
Oh no, I think it's in my. Oh, it's not in this. Oh, they're not here. I have a Mordor one. That's fitting.
Do it. Roll the dice. If it's a 6.
Can I turn off my blur?
Oh my goodness, are you actually gonna like put up a die? Oh no, and no one can see that anyway.
It's 2.
Boo hiss.
And your rolling is terrible.
What's wrong with that? It's a bouncy table. You see, I got to.
No, you've
No,
rolled a
maybe
1, 1, and a 2
rolling
in the
back.
last
Oh,
3
I see.
rolls.
That's why I can't do well at MESBG.
Right,
Yeah, that's
the
why.
Orc Shaman.
Nice Sam.
So we're leaving it there in between the Stormcallers. Cool. The Mordor Orc Shaman, who has Transfix and Fury.
I think this guy in respect is worse than the Knight of Umber, but probably better than the.
I said the night.
I'm gonna hold
Obviously
you right there,
Fury.
boy, because
Probably
he's actually can be okay in
Oh, Wolves of Isengard.
in AOL.
Ah.
You know
I
what,
got excited,
Sam?
but I realised that was actually the wrong shaman anyway. So
You know what, Sam? That is actually a good point, mate.
Yeah.
You've made that point well.
Something
Pretty
like
good AOL.
something like Army of Gothmog as well, where everything is a Mordor
Yeah.
Orc.
Yeah.
I think he
Pretty
is.
typical.
I think although Kardish is just better, he doesn't like.
The fact that Elliot doesn't have Kardish in
that's
this list.
another model Elliot has forgotten.
Holy shit!
Elliot, you are so untappable.
I went through the entire rulebook.
There's definitely gonna be more as well.
Clearly
Obviously,
not.
Very
like
well.
Gorilla Saw.
What other ones are there? Holy shit!
Kardish.
I'll tell you put them in at the
The
end.
fact you've forgotten those two.
I'll put them in at
Kardish,
the end, and then we can rank
Barrow-wight.
them. I'll put them in at the end,
As well.
and then we can rank them. Hey, out of like 40 casters, missing 2 isn't that bad.
I think
pretty
he's.
bad.
I actually don't mind it being nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay
was
with it
thinking
being
like underneath
nervous.
Arwen.
No way.
Better than Arwen, mate.
I think he's better than
This
Arwen.
guy is so much worse of a caster than Tom Bombadil and Goldberry. Stick him in the dog tin. Oh, you're
God.
making me so angry, grr.
I think he's better than Arwen because he fits. He actually still sees play in AOL, and you could probably see him in a Army of Gothmog list or something.
Yeah, he still actually adds value.
He has some uses still, and that are actually
Yeah,
pretty
but
good.
you just grr. He's like a 5th tier pick apart from in AOL, and he was actually still not picked in AOL until the devs pushed the fact that he had to be in the list. You know, they modded it so that he has to be in the list.
Modded
He
it.
still doesn't have to be in the list. You can still just take Orc Captains instead and take Goblin Shamans. But
Yeah.
That's what I mean, which you would do because that is better.
yeah, but he's still got more of a use there than Arwen.
No, Arwen has a better use. He's worse than Tom and Goldberry in the very, very, very bottom of dog shit. Now put him there.
Such aggression.
I'm going at the top. At the bottom of nervous.
Oh, I'm so angry.
I can't wait for the comments be that Justin Bieber looking buck needs to shut the fuck up again.
Mate, if that guy could spell Justin Bieber correctly, I'd be fine.
Stop hating on our viewer base, okay? I'm sure he tried to spell it correctly. Leave him alone.
It's probably my
Spelled
favorite
Justin
comment I've
Bieber
ever
wrong
seen.
because the guy's a bot.
Adam and
When
Ben,
he's 3rd in the league, he can come at me.
what do you guys?
Ashley's ego is bruised.
Here's a hurt man.
I
You
think
said I was-
it's nervous. Yeah.
Nervous. Adam,
Come on.
you happy with it there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, we will move on.
Adam and Vince
Two.
just want to go to bed.
Give a shit.
We will move on to the Goblin Shaman.
Put him above the Orc Shaman next.
Adam is getting exciting now.
He's much better than that.
He
What?
is.
No, it's a Goblin Shaman.
Yeah, but he gets so much
way
more
ahead.
use.
He's way above them.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like.
I think it above the Necromancer personally.
Oh, I'm thinking even higher than that.
It's pretty good value
You've
for
lost
the
it
points.
if you go any higher.
Okay, no,
In
he's actually,
AOL.
he's
AOL
actually-
Goblin Shaman.
even in normal Moria, you kind of need him if you're taking that. And
Yeah.
AOL, he's actually your shaman of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that means he's seen way more than Gandalf the White, because Gandalf the White is
Yeah.
never seen.
I think
Doesn't mean he's
both
actually
Orc
better.
and I
Yeah,
think
he is
both
better.
Orc
For
and
the points you
Goblin
get.
Shamans go above Necromancer. I think actually,
Goblin Shaman above the Necromancer? Yeah.
and the Orc
There's
Shaman.
no way you can put the Goblin Shaman above the Necromancer in a caster
not what
tier
we
list. Are you serious?
He is.
Why not?
No, I back that.
Why not? He's useful
Yeah,
in some
he's-
situations.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That right there is an opinion that should be annihilated in the comment section.
Why? Why?
Why?
No, we
The
agree with him,
Necromancer
mate.
You're
is
paying 45 points
terrible.
for a model that in a Legion re-rolls. all
Does he
cl-
have chill soul?
Oh, you're so cringe. No wonder everyone hates you, idiot.
Sam, I think I've only had one hate comment. You had like
No,
two
no,
or
no.
three.
Ash, I've got
You are the
receipts on my
most-
phone of everyone thinking your opinions are dog shit, mate.
How many,
Sam.
how
Don't
many
chat.
most sportings have you
Bam,
won?
just
got
'cause you've
so
taken
many
your
opi-
like three
How many
biggest
most-
fans.
Yeah, I've got everyone saying that your
Yeah,
opinions
Tom
make
Smith.
them
Everyone.
rage and throw their computer. Right? You need to shut the fuck up, Justin Bieber. Right? Quiet down, boy.
Just because people message you in private, oh please, Sam, please be my
Sam's
friend.
desperate for people
I
to say
will.
that his ideas are good.
On the David
Yeah.
Clubley tier list, you were at the bottom. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
mate.
because I said bolt throwers were the best siege engine in the game,
You were
which is
bottom.
clearly
Bottom.
utterly
Okay,
factual.
I think we're getting a little bit off topic now, I'd probably say, folks.
Even Ali
very
King
on
commented.
Yeah, Ali King is an idiot and doesn't understand that Khazad-dûm are trash. And I've almost won the same amount of hundreds than him, even though
Ash, it's
he's
okay. It's
playing-
okay.
Right,
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
Play my tiny violin.
Yeah.
Ready,
yeah.
ready.
That's a pretty
It's
big
fine.
violin, Sam.
We are going to move on. We're going to leave the Goblin Shaman for now above the Necromancer.
He's
He
way
can't be
above.
Dick
above
energy
the
right now.
Necromancer.
He's above Gandalf the White. I'm sorry.
We're going to put him
Oh,
above
no.
Gandalf
Yeah,
the
he might
White.
be actually.
He has
Galadriel,
better
and the-
utility in the list that
He might
he's
be.
in than
Yeah.
Gandalf the White does. I'm sorry, but that is just true. 45 points for Fury.
Thing is, that
Transfix.
is true, Sam. You actually you are spitting hard facts.
Yeah,
there.
I am
Only
spitting
because
hard
Gandalf the
facts,
White.
you know it.
Take roughly 6 Goblin Shamans for the price of Gandalf the White. That's pretty good value.
Ash knows it's true as well. He's just drunk and he's being a fucking knobhead. That's
No,
all.
I'm not. I'm saying that Gandalf. I literally just agreed with you. You absolute idiot.
You just
I
said,
just said before
he's
you
been
said
up below
that, I
Tom
agree.
Bombadil.
I literally said I agree with you that the Goblin Shaman is better than Gandalf
So
the
why have you
White.
changed your tune, huh?
Sam out is
Because Gandalf the
Zoidbergen.
White is worse than Necromancer.
Right, we are going to move on.
That's a fucking
The
gremlin.
Goblin Shaman has clearly, caused quite a stir. For
Put him
everyone.
above Gandalf the White. Petition.
What about the Goblin Black Shield Shaman? Holy
The
shit!
Goblin Black Shield Shaman
Oh, that's
is
an
better
11
than
model.
Gandalf the White.
The Black Shield one.
Yeah, definitely better than Gandalf the White.
Fucking hell, I want to pull my hair out.
You don't have any hair left.
But
Above
if
all
you
the-
do pull it out, go for a hairdo that's similar to Justin Bieber or Ashley Water.
Hell no.
You're just jealous of the luscious locks.
Why are we jealous of you? Huh? What?
Oh,
Folks,
Yeah, put him
we're
there.
voting on the Goblin Black Shield Shaman and how epic he is.
I
Elliot
think
is
he needs to go
getting
higher.
shook.
Elliot desperately trying to keep us on track.
Not
It's just
worth
going off the rails.
Yeah, too fat.
Ash and
Okay.
Sam have just absolutely derailed this in the last 10
It's
minutes.
going about as well as my Christmas decorations.
Yeah, Adam, why have you got a geriatric tree?
I put up last night and I went to bed.
Just give up halfway through, or do you not have any
No,
decorations?
no, we haven't done it yet.
Halfway through. I hope that's
No,
not
we haven't
halfway
done it
through.
By next pod, you'll see this full.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Are we leaving the shaman there? Yes. Okay. Let's move on to the Uruk-hai Shaman.
I think he should be
Now
higher than
this
that Black Shield, by the way.
is-
I
a
also think the
tot-
Black Shield should be higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black
Where,
Shield
up
should be
here?
higher.
Up there. How
Yeah,
about
that's good. That's a good spot.
It should be, I'd argue, above Elrond.
I don't think I've ever seen this model used in a game.
Yeah, the Uruk-hai needs to go in below the Angmar Orc Shaman.
that? That's now where he was.
Because
Where's
the Uruks
No,
have
this guy is in Goble. This guy, the Uruk
Yeah.
Shaman is so bad.
There's
that's
maybe
why I
an
just said it
argument
needs
for
to go
him in
below
a
the
Sword and
Angmar
Helm's
Orc
Deep.
Shaman.
In a
Yeah.
Sword and Helm's
Yes,
Deep, you can
Sam.
actually take 12 models.
I apologise. Sorry, I thought you said the Orc Shaman and
We're on the Uruk-hai Shaman now.
Yeah, I said it should go below the Angmar Orc Shaman, and Ash has gone, no, it's so bad, and he's going Goble. Like, Ash, is in Goble, my man.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say I was wrong on this specific model, and that yes, Sam, I agree with your statement.
I'm glad we can find some common ground, mate.
Okay, lovely. So let's get back on track now, folks. Love to see it. So where are we putting the Uruk-hai Shaman?
Where we goddamn
below the Angmar
said
Orc
below
Shaman.
the Angmar Orc Shaman.
Below the
Come on,
Angmar
Elliot,
Orc
keep
one.
up.
Down here.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's terrible. Yeah.
Fantastic. Moving on, we have the Easterling War Priest.
This is Goble as well.
No, it's got more use because it's got. I think is
I'd
it
say it's
Blade
got
Wrath?
less use.
So this guy wouldn't be terrible except Broger exists.
Yeah, it's just Broger exists. It's the same.
Before Brogir.
It's
So
the
he's
same
got-
as
He's got Blade Wrath on a 2-up
X.
and Fury on a 3-up. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think he's in dog personally.
Worse than Goldberry at the bottom.
No, I think he's above Gildor, below the
think he's-
Demonic.
No way.
I think he's probably below Gildor. I think he's in the same range as Gildor. I think he's probably just below that.
Really? It's just because
It's
Brogy is
been-
so much better.
Yeah, I don't think you would ever see a War Priest where there's the odd time you could see Gildor,
Yeah, true.
I think. So, we'll
Sure.
what happens,
It's like,
James?
it's like you'd never see Tainted, the Tainted,
Who's
because
that?
it's the Witch King.
Right, we will leave the War Priest underneath Gildor. Moving on, we have the War Priest's better half, Brogir.
Top of Silly
Really
Nervous, in between the Gandalf the Grey and Saruman the White area of the map.
Where? What did you say?
I'm thinking above Budget Wraith.
Nah, definitely not.
Oh, I think below Budget Wraith. Above. Oh, no. No,
I
below
think-
Saruman the White.
Yeah, above the Betrayer.
Above the Betrayer. Yeah.
Is he better than the Betrayer?
Yes, I think so. In the list that he serves in the Dragon Emperor Legendary Legion, where he's at his peak performance, he's better than he's better than Saruman the White.
He's that crazy. Like,
I'd put him below the Wraith, personally.
But we're thinking in this region, like
I'd put him
Saruman.
above Sauron the White because he's seen at way more points levels than Sauron the White. He's still very good, but like you could definitely go with a list without him and just go
Yeah,
the Dragon Knight list with Rutabi or whatever.
I
Sometimes
think I'm going to try.
the tremor isn't. Sometimes it's hard to actually get tremor targets. So you can just go along the line, but you need to cast really on a 5 and.
Yeah, that's sometimes
Control
better.
one
Like
and
having,
and just
I've used Brogir quite a lot this year, to be fair. And yeah, you don't always need to position Brogir specifically if you're going to try get the tremors off. You're wanting to use the might really. Like if you're going for a big tremor play, then having the might for that is nice. But if not, then you kind of want to have the might to use for moves really, because otherwise you're using the Emperors and like Ratabis or something like that. Obviously having the Brave Wrath like on the Emperor is really good. Like I've killed a couple bears doing that, for example. Having on Ratabi if you're trying to kill, like D6 troops, putting her up strength 6 is really, really good. But yeah, I think it probably falls around the Budget Wraith Saruman sort of level.
I'm happy exactly where he is, Elliot.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, we will move on to the Mouth of Sauron.
Oh, Nelly, here we go. So
The night is young.
in a purely caster fashion, I think the Mouth probably goes above the Budget Wraith in Silly Nervous. If we were talking about an overall sort of general purpose hero, he would be in the lemon tier. But I think as this is a caster tier list, I think the different traits that the Mouth of Sauron actually brings, I think he is better than the Budget Wraith, but not as good as Gandalf the Grey in the Silly Nervous category. I don't know what everyone else thinks about that.
Ash, the whole point of this tier list is the overall
it's
model.
the overall, yeah.
That's not only the casting.
Have you
Yeah, but it's the fact that his casting is like very minimal in his overall role. His overall role is he's got March. He is a 3-attack hero on the charge at fight 5. His casting is like secondary to all the rest of his abilities, whereas all the people in the lemon tier, casting is there, minus Thranduil because he shouldn't be in there, but that's Elliot's fault to start with. Everyone in the lemon tier minus Thranduil is their primary focus is casting. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. I mean, if you're saying that their model all encompassing, we're just ranking them against each other, the mouth probably goes above Círdan, but
that's not true.
No. Even if it was overall, no way.
That is hard cap.
I agree with a lot of what you said.
Yeah,
until you said the Círdan thing.
Yeah. You devalued everything you said
so
the last
well.
45 seconds.
No, I think he is. If you were doing an overall ranking, he would be better than Círdan. But that's just me.
He's
That's
never
just
used his
'cause
model
you won
anyway. You know
nice
nothing
six
about him.
every single time.
This model has won me 400s.
Yeah, maybe when he rolls a 6 every time on 1 dice, yeah, he might be above Círdan.
He doesn't actually do that though. Like I have played games where he fails and
rolled
fails and
fives
fails to
before.
cast.
Yeah, where he
If he rolls a
occasionally
1 or 2
fails.
to cast, but then you're like, oh, he's rolled a 1 or 2 to cast. Never mind, he's still a fight 5/3 attack hero for 85 points that just goes in and murders stuff.
So Ash, do you think that you wouldn't have won those hundreds without the mouth?
I think the mouth plays such a core role in the list. So yeah, probably not. In the list that I was taking, he's fantastic.
Where are we placing the mouth, folks? So Ash wants him above the budget wraith. Where do other people fall?
Ash wants him above Círdan.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
I specifically no,
Sorry.
I don't. I said
Because we
from
are
the
ranking
house.
them on everything.
Let's just put him
No.
above the Witch King. Fuck it.
So where do you
No.
genuinely think he should be?
In this tier list, I think he should be above the budget wraith, as I said and outlined in the initial point of my argument.
I like him there as well. Where do other people want him?
Yeah, he feels the same role as the budget wraith, I think.
I think so. But I
But
think
better. He feels the
in-
budget, but better.
in
Does he feel it better?
in more use cases.
It depends on the like. If you took it in a Jakob list with the Spider Queen and it doesn't,
Then no.
the budget wraith is better, but it
I think
depends.
there's more options where the mouth is more consistent.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
a-
interested to see Musgur go below the mouth of Sauron in this tier list.
It seems
and then we
like
can
we're
reference.
It seems like we're fine with having the mouth there. So he's going above the budget wraith, but below Gandalf the Grey. It's obviously nervous. Moving on, we have Musgur.
This guy's got to be above Círdan, surely.
Skippable.
This guy is worse than Saruman the White, better than the Betrayer in this silly nervous category. But
And
funnily
you're
enough,
shaking your head.
worse than the Mouth of Sauron.
Why, James?
I feel like he's not actually that impactful as a hero himself. Sure, he's cool. You can have an AOL, and he's good that you can reroll spells. But without that, what's he actually really doing? He's only casting
Yeah.
4+.
It is a good point.
I guess it's the ability
think-
to regenerate a lot of will potentially. Like, if you roll hot, well, you totally
He's
could.
only
do it.
can we
fight
just-
4 with 2 attacks, and
Yeah,
he's your
he-
leader in AOL, so you're never really doing that.
Yeah, but let's say you're not using him in AOL, and you could
Yeah,
get a
and
3-point
then
will every
someone
turn.
just charges a secondary hero into him and he dies.
He does have defense, and you can totally put a bat with him in AOL.
You can spear sport as well.
I think we should shout out Stephen Denby, who, as a historian of the channel, will be able to pull up the hardcore debate between me and Sam about this. However, I think my ranking of putting him just below Saruman the White good is due to the fact that in AOL he is really, really, really good.
Yeah, my opinion has definitely shifted. When we initially had the debate, I do think the mouth is better.
I think
I'm changing people's minds.
You're
I'd
totally-
personally put him above Saruman the White, below Borgir, but
I mean, that's fine. I'm not adverse to that.
because he's way you just see him at way
Cheaper.
more on these levels.
70
Yeah.
points as well. Like you can do a lot more with him.
He's obviously good in AOL. He is your leader. He has defense. He can regain well if you actually put him in combat, 2 attacks with a bat. You know, he can be useful the whole game.
Like Ali just used him against my Dragon Emperor to just make me like strength 2.
Yeah, Wither is so annoying if you just go lol lol
Dark
lol.
Souls. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he is good. Yeah. Okay. It looks like we're putting him sort of in the middle of the pack in Silly Nervous, which is a good place to be. Moving on, we have Drizag.
Again, this one's so situational because you need him in AOL, and that's it.
That's why I put him next to Musgur and Ashrak.
Yeah, like in that list, he is very good. He's your enraged beast person. That's like
He's so good, yeah. In fact, he gives them fury as well.
yeah, and the courage 4 just inherently in 12 inches.
Yeah.
5 wills. You only spend 1 really. Cast on a 3. I would put him below Musgur.
Yes. I think this one is actually worse. Drizag is worse than Saruman the White.
Oh, I meant literally next to Musgur, below him.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I said I think he's worse than Saruman the White.
Oh, I see. When I'm like below Musgur, yeah, I think he's actually worse than Saruman the White. Oh, no. Again, it's just the points. You pay 90 points and you see him wait. I guess it is only an AOL, so and that's.
I think it's the fact that
It
as
does
a
create
goblin,
the entire AOL list though. So
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're only seen in that list. Maybe Musgur if you're taking double Wraith Musgur like Clubby did or something.
Yeah,
I don't
Musgur
know.
can do that, I guess.
But
Where
Drizag can't. But then
Yeah.
you probably see him more than Saruman the White anyway. He's yeah, I don't know. It's one place difference. I don't really care.
I think above. I do like him above. I think. What do other people think? James, Adam, and Vince?
Yeah,
I'd be
I
happy
agree
to
with
see
that. I
him
think.
above Musgur, personally.
It's
I
just
think above. I think he's good where he is there.
I think if the bats and spiders in AOL were like unavoidably game winning and did so so much for you that it's they are just game winning a play that you could do with them instead of just being able to counter them by having a spear support or placing your heroes in correct positions. I'd put it above, but because you can play around it, I'd put below.
But that only works if you've got a fight 6 spear support.
Which
Like if
yeah,
I
but like
rage a spider, he's fight 6, and if I've got a bat in that combat as well, your spear support's not helping at all.
yeah, but that's hard to get 2 40 mil bases in when they're in.
Yeah, sure, but it
And then-
definitely does happen.
But then they can just strike against the spider, and it's like, oh, I'll take a strike to kill a spider.
What, with a bat in there?
No, but it's not really probable to have the bat and the spider. Like that scenario is so rare.
Yeah.
We'll leave him there for now. He's going above Saruman the White, but below Musgur in Silly Nervous. Moving on, we have Ashrak.
This is one I'd put below.
I don't think this guy manages to make it into the silly nervous
I
category.
don't think so.
Like, some people love him. That's the thing.
They have really good uses, but like
Well, those people
Shroud of Shadows
would be
is really good.
incorrect.
it's really, really good.
But you can just get paralyzed for just even being forced to fight him is a bit cursed.
That has happened to me as well. I have done that.
He does bring
Saladin got
Venom.
paralyzed.
I've told my story with that on the podcast before. Yeah.
He brings venom back spiders. He does get shroud, but it's fact it's a 4, and it's like he's got 4 will, no way to regain. You throw 1, you don't cast it, it just feels so shit.
Yeah. And then that could
How many
be
times you done that?
Too many. It's like, oh, I've got this really cool. Yeah, if you want it to go off, you're spending 2, and you have 2 use of it. And
You
that
still
is
roll a 3 high on 2 dice, like
yeah, but then you re-roll them.
also we put them, of course.
You never see this guy outside of AOL again. It's so niche. So maybe I don't know. You could have the band of AOL brothers, but he just is worse than the other 2 by
He's way worse.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I
someone
think I think he's not even in the silly nervous category.
I think
He's
he's prob-
definitely not better than Radagast. He's definitely not better than Sauron. Like he does one job and he only does that job in AOL, and you don't even take him in AOL a lot of the time. Like he's
Yeah.
just like he's a
True.
sub-tier AOL pick.
Is he maybe in sort of a Celeborn region then, where you're not always taking Celeborn?
I actually think he's worse than Celeborn, worse than Elrond. I think he's worse than iffy between the Black Shield Shaman and Khamûl. That's personally what I think he is.
No, but you do see him a lot in AOL just because the Venom back upgrade.
But like, I get what Ash is saying, where even in AOL, which is his best use case, he's still not like an auto include.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like, but yeah, you do see him a lot. I think he's probably either top of nervous, bottom of silly nervous, somewhere around there.
Put him in nervous.
Yeah, top of nervous. I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh,
Celeborn sat there for quite a while.
Okay, fine.
Let's put
Sure.
him around Celeborn.
Not
fine.
upset. Not upset.
Moving on, we have the dragon sticking with the Moria theme.
Oh, blimey.
Global.
I don't even. I actually can't form an opinion until I've heard Sam's dip on this.
The problem is with the dragon is the fact you have to pay the points for the upgrade. Like if you just had the spell
50 points.
like
No, it only says it. Do you necessarily have to pay it to use the spells? Like, because it just says you get the 3 point of will to spend on them.
oh,
If
is
you
it?
actually read it.
Yeah, a dragon with this ability can spend a single will point each turn without reducing its own store of will,
Yeah.
as long as the will point is used to cast one of the following spells.
It doesn't say you
Please, the
can
dragon just got a
only use
buff.
them.
No. It then says the controlling player may still spend extra will points to increase the number of dice. So you can.
Nowhere does it say you can't cast.
Oh, never mind.
spells
This guy's
without
actually
the
okay then.
upgrade.
Yeah, this guy's okay.
Yeah.
Because you take fly and boot fire, and then
But the thing
you
is,
still have a way to do that.
you have to spend the points though, but then you still have survival instincts and only 3 will at courage 4. So
Yeah, but it's there if you need it. Like if you bear in mind, I mean, you could take it with a Mordor cheese list, but I think it's nice to have if they run out of will and it's okay. I'm just gonna 1 dice compel.
yeah.
And with
Compel the
fly,
4 up, transfix a 3 up. So it's decent.
I
Where does it land?
It's just
I
the
get
survival
it, 'cause he's
instinct.
got
It's such
fly.
an expensive model.
Hmm.
You have 3 fate though.
Yeah, it's
That
3.
doesn't. Yeah, I guess.
I think it's in
Well, it
nerves,
prevents you from
personally.
taking the wound, so it does matter.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, James.
I'm thinking it's going like top of dog, bottom of nervous, like around Gildor range, in my opinion.
Better than Gildor.
It's
Better than
It's
those two.
definitely better than that.
Yeah,
Better
it's
than those
the
two
Orc-
wraiths.
I think it's better than the Orc Shaman.
Better than Arwen.
Better than Arwen.
I think it's below
Yeah.
the Goblin Shaman.
Necromancer range. Above
Yeah, I'm
it,
happy. Yeah, better than Necromancer.
we
Yeah.
seem fairly conclusive there. Okay. Now we have Smaug.
Thank God we come to our final model.
Now
Oh,
we
wait,
should
no,
actually
we don't,
rank the
because we're running
Barrow-wight.
5
So
for
let's
them.
do Smaug first, and then we'll do the other 2. So Smaug.
Dog.
We just put him like next to the Necromancer.
With the dragon.
Sure, next. Like it.
Like again, you
What
need
does he
to
actually
be-
cast though?
He's got good casting values, but it's like you need to be using that 700 point model in combat, and then you don't really have any might to call moves with. So you're never really casting.
But transfix on a 3 up, compel on a 4 up, instill fear on a 5 up. That's even for Smaug, he needs to roll a 5 to put fear
Instill
into his
fear.
opponents.
He should auto instill fear.
That will on a 5 up. Yeah,
How
he
about that,
literally
Chief?
should.
Auto instill fear.
Lord,
Look
you
at this
come within
dude.
3 inches of it.
No,
Oh.
he has to. How many will does he have? 6.
6 with
Yeah.
a 3.
Yes, he just has to spend his free every turn.
Are we putting him next to Necromancer?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Big
next.
model that doesn't do a lot.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have the Barrow-wight. I'll add these in post. The Barrow-wight.
Okay. Oh. This is in mouth Brogear range.
Yeah, I'm putting him above Brogear, below the budget Wraith.
That's a perfect position, James. I like it a lot.
I'd go.
No, I would say it's very similar to Wraith, except cheaper, and its spells are actually more effective.
I'd
Like-
go below mouth.
How is it similar to a Wraith?
No, I think the
It's
fact that you
totally
can
similar
get.
to a Wraith.
No, I think the
It's
fact that you
similar-
can get mine
okay.
with a Wraith.
First of all, it's similar to a Wraith because it has a buffing effect for the army, okay? Or a debuffing effect, however you want to look at it. Makes everything cause terror within 3 inches. It's really, really big for the army, and it's the cheapest model that helps you do that. Secondly, it casts the best spell in the game for taking out heroes. It's exceptional, and it's only 50 points. It's cheaper than a budget Wraith, and it's actually more dangerous.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, but your issue is actually getting the spell off. On a
Yeah, I know,
4,000
it's 6-inch
spell
range.
well.
Yeah. I know, but
It's only
That's
50
cheap.
points.
Yeah, it's only 50 points, but like, the amount of times I play them and they don't cast, or they do cast on a 4 and you just resist, and then like, oh, they've done nothing, but it's only
okay. And when they're out of will,
Yeah.
they can still do something, whereas the Wraith can't.
Yeah, no, I kind of.
So
I
the
actually
Wraiths
argue
can
for the
still
army.
do
It's,
something because it still has the debuff effect, like you said at the start.
for the army, I think it actually may be a. I'm not even mad if it goes above the mouth because I look at a Barrow-wight and I think your 50-point thing that gives me my 3-inch terror bubble for my orcs,
Yeah, it's really good.
and then your courage 7, or I think it's either 6 or 7 for objectives.
It's
Yeah.
got 2 wounds as well, right?
Yeah, 2 wounds,
You know, so stand fast.
Defense
and then
7? Defense 7, right?
D7. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, so
And
stand
then,
fast. High
and then you
courage.
have the paralyze on top of it.
So
So
1 attack, fight 3.
yeah,
But it's got Blades of the Dead, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
For the army that it's in,
It's better than a Wraith in combat.
yeah.
More survivable. It lasts
Yeah,
the
but a
entire
Wraith,
game.
the Wraith has might points though. I think
And a Wraith
that's
can
But
be
Angmar doesn't need to call moves. Like, well, you're not.
Mhm.
yeah, but you're not specifically. You're not comparing a Wraith and a Barrow-wight in the Angmar
So,
list. because
so
that's
basically,
not-
what we're doing is okay,
Yeah.
fine. We're comparing both those models, but remember that the Wraith is about 50% more points
Yeah,
because you're not taking
Yeah.
a Wraith for less than 75.
But Transfix on a 3+ is almost as good as a Paralyze. Like obviously it isn't, but it has the same sort of.
No, it's not
Yeah,
because
having a
because it's
compel
one
and
turn.
2 mana.
Then so what?
The
I'd put
compel
it-
as well as James just said.
I put it above either between the mouth and the wraith, or above the mouth.
I'd put it top of Silly Nervous above Gandalf personally.
Oh,
I'm thinking
It
about
buffs your army. It does so much for 50 points.
Yeah, it's
No.
it's
Yeah, I
a
agree.
long
It's
bonus.
better than Gandalf the Grey. Silly Nervous.
worse than the mouth of Sauron.
are you in that boat as well, above Gandalf?
I don't hate it. That's the thing. I really don't.
Only 50 points.
I do.
It's max is
I
50
also
points, and you
am
get that arm
Paralyze.
bonus, which is one of the best arm bonuses in the
It's
game.
not that. Oh.
So Ash,
The mouth
Ash
of
is below
Sauron
the
is so
mouth.
much-
I think that's where I want him as well. And James, did you agree with that? I think you went in below. Yeah, looks like we're going to roll another dice then.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
On a 1, 2, or 3, he goes below the mouth. It's another 2. I can't roll dice. So high.
Let's go.
Okay, so I will put him below mouth. Okay, lovely. Moving on, we have Cardouche.
Below the mouth again, worse than the Barrow-wight in that sort of region.
No, I think it's worse than that.
No, he's not that high.
I think he might just be maybe just above Musga, or is that still being
Yeah.
ambitious?
I'm happy with above Musca.
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't
think-
know
I
if
don't
he's
think he's above
actually
Musga.
don't know if he's better than Musga.
I'm not
he's
sure
not.
he's better than Brogear, but
In a
I
more
think he's
in a mortal list currently, you're taking Black Numbs, which negates Fury realistically, and then
yeah.
the Flame Burst. It's just you might as well use Black Dart if you really need it. Like
He
there's
does
definitely a hero
he
that's
does
better.
help with the allowing you to get will points back on your Wraith.
Yeah, but if you're playing properly, you don't need it.
Properly.
Oh yeah, it's difficult.
I can't remember the last time I
Buffy.
saw Kardash.
Yeah,
Well, I
know.
used him at Bista, and then the mouth has kind of just taken over, really.
I reckon he's.
What if
I
we
think
put
he's
him in
below
the
Druzag.
bottom? What if we put him in the bottom, very bottom of Silly Nervous? Because I think he is
I think that's
better
good.
than Ashrak.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think he probably sneaks into Silly Nervous.
I think he does sneak in.
Yes.
Better, maybe better than the Tainted, maybe not. But he is in the good category.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
I think he is a good caster. He plays a good role. It's just hard to stack him up against
Some of the actual good
casters
ones.
during. Yeah. So it looks like we're going to put in at the very bottom of Silly Nervous. So it comes to the very end. Are there anything
Go on, Elliot. Run through
anything
all of these.
burning?
Top to bottom.
Is there anything burning that people would like to move around? First of all, though.
No,
No.
I'm really happy where it is.
I love every single choice we've made.
And if we are conclusive with that, I will run through them. So at the very bottom of the Goblin list, the worst caster in the game is the High Elf Stormcaller. Then moving up from there, we have the Uruk-hai Shaman, the Angmar Shaman, the Galadriel Stormcaller, and the Knight of Umbar. Moving up to the bottom of the dog list, we have Goldberry, Tom Bombadil, Sharkey, the Easterling War Priest, Gildor, the Dwimmerlaik, and the Undying. To the bottom of Nervous, we have the Mordor Shaman, Arwen, Smaug, the Necromancer, the Dragon, the Goblin Shaman, Lady of Light, Gandalf the White, Black Shield Shaman, Khamûl, the Dark Marshal, I got that right. Elrond, Celeborn, and Ashrak. Moving up to the bottom of Silly Nervous, we have Kardouche, the Tainted, Sauron, Raddy, the Betrayer, Saruman from White Council, Druzag, Musgur, Brorgir, and then where did the Barrow-wight go? Underneath the mouth of Sauron. So we got the Budget Wraith, then the Barrow-wight, Mouth of Sauron, Gandalf the Grey. Moving into Lemon, we have the Shadow Lord, Saruman, Thranduil, Galadriel, Círdan, and the Witch King of Angmar, rounding off the caster's tier list.
I think we should just mention how in the Lemon tier of casters, we actually have an even 50-50 split between good and evil. Maybe that is because you put Thranduil in for the 100th time, but
No one said they wanted to move him, so
no, we don't want him in the tier list.
he does belong in the tier list. He casts magical abilities in Middle-earth SBG, therefore he is in the tier list.
Final thoughts. How nervous was that? That was a great tier list.
It's pretty
Are
nervous.
people still taking the Shadow Lord? Like,
No, because D6 is good enough, and there's not enough shooting. I don't think.
People are
So-
taking less.
So
that's
well,
that's why I'm asking. So he's in Lemon.
I think he's still really, really good. Like, good shooting.
I mean, if you want to take something like a Spider Queen, you kind of need the Shadow Lord.
I actually do totally agree with Vince because I think the mouth is better than the Shadow Lord in the current meta. But I can't be fucked.
No, I think it honestly. I think we can all agree it's really good.
No, the mouth should be in Lemon, but anyway.
No,
Okay.
I'm not happy with a lot of these.
Why don't you
I'm
put
not happy with
Círdan in Lemon as well,
Sauron.
Ash?
I'm not happy with Sauron and Silly Nervous.
Why?
How did he end up in Silly Nervous? He is
He's an absolute Chad with chill
Just
soul,
insane.
18 inches, 4+.
nervous at best.
No. You're telling me he's worse than Ashrak? Come on, Vince. You know better than that.
Snuck in there, Silly Nervous, along with Kardouche. Who is
I agree with Vince, but I'm happy to leave it there.
He is totally that. Okay, let's end it there. So that is going to do it for our casters tier list. So thank you very much. Thank you
If
very
we
much,
get-
everyone.
Oh,
1,000 likes. If we get 1,000 likes, we will do this again.
With every profile in the game.
Except Sam will be
In
naked.
one tier list. Let's
Oh,
go.
no.
No, we won't. Okay, thank you very much
No one
everyone
would
for
watch
watching
that.
another episode of the Goblin Gamers podcast.